Is this Monika POV now, or what are we doing? Yep, it's Monika POV. Okay. I'm sorry, Natsuki. Shouldn't have told anyone about this. Walk over to Natsuki and Yuri, who are... The fuck? All right, let's look at the history. What are we doing? What are we doing? I remember, yeah, the last scene. Oh, the last one with Monika and Natsuki was so good. Or basically, Natsuki told Monika just straight up what it is. And Monika was like, well, damn. It's leaving me alone with my own confusion and feelings. So there you go. This is the reality I found myself in. So basically, unbeknownst to Natsuki, she is kind of like helped Monika like accepting her reality, basically. The weekend goes by with relative ease. I caught up on a few assignments, went on a movie date with Sayori, and generally had pretty relaxing time. Right, we are still in the friends. We are more than friends, but not there quite yet with Sayori. Is the status we're at. It's a situationship, which I hate. But there's always that looming sense of doom whenever Monday comes along. I checked my grades online this morning, only to see that I'm starting to fail most of my classes now. Let out a sigh and lean against the nearby pole as I wait for Sayori. I'm not sure if this whole thing has been good for me. It's the first time I've been truly honest with myself about it. My grades have never been this bad, and blaming it on everything that's happened these last few weeks just sounds incredibly selfish and crappy. Well, I mean, me thinking personally, your best friend, you know, committing suicide, and then the entire friend group in the club that you're in being absolutely feckin' weird. And the whole Yuri situation, I think that's a fair, you know, thing out there for you to say, yeah, I've not been so active on the whole other life parts besides the club. But what else could it be? And if Sayori found out, good morning. Morning, Sayori. Slept well? Yep, nothing beats a good night's rest. Yeah, you're right about that. Hey, you seem upset. Is anything wrong? Huh? No, fine. Guess I'm just a bit tired. You didn't stay up late playing video games again, did you? I wish I had that amount of free time. I was up doing a few homework assignments. A little bit stressful, but I got them all finished. Oh, good. Let's get going then. Okay, if I'm being honest, Sayori making sure everything was okay was a little cute. Adorable? Baha! What am I even thinking? I shake my head and awkwardly fix up my hair after doing so. We both readjust our bags and make our usual commute. I guess Sayori really knows me well. Can't hide the fact that I'm pretty stressed out right now. And there isn't much I can do about it other than just trying to keep up with my assignments. Back in the cafeteria. This shit is a bop. Yeah. Morning classes go by quickly, which I definitely won't complain about. I walk into the cafeteria with Sayori and point out an empty table for us to sit at. What'd you bring for lunch, Bob? Just some tori kotatsu. Tori katsu, there we go. Nothing special. Huh? You know how to make tori katsu? Yeah? I thought you knew that already. I am here. Welcome, Stein. Are you just lurking from your Fortnite stream? Crazed man, lunatic. There's still a lot I don't know about you, silly. Well, since my parents left for overseas jobs, they taught me many different recipes to make for myself. I'm basically the best chef you'll ever know. Just don't tell Natsuki I said that. Well, I can be the judge to that, if you'd let me, of course. Yeah, sure, Sayori. Pull out my lunch bag and pull out my plate. Wait, I have to heat it up. I'll be right back. I get up and head towards a group of microwaves situated towards the back of the cafeteria. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Do these people just have microwaves in the cafeteria to heat up their food? If so, that's OP. I need that too. There isn't a long line or anything, but I still feel a rush. Over in the hopes that nobody will walk in front of me. Ha! Beat ya. Ugh, Natsuki, you nearly made me drop my food. She quickly opens up one of the microwaves and places her bento box inside. Well, you know what they say, you snooze, you lose. Oh no, whatever shall I do? Say this sarcastically as I open up the microwave right next to the other and place my food inside. My point still stands. I guess so. Sayori and I are sitting over at the table, you wanna join? Natsuki glances towards another part of the cafeteria for a short moment. Sure, that sounds better where I was originally sitting anyway. Not like I need to sit with you guys or anything. You guys just look like losers sitting alone like that. Not like it'll help your social status either. She gives me a friendly shove before opening up the microwave and checking on her food. I follow suit and make sure my food is warmed all the way through before heading back to my table. Hey, Natsuki. Glad to see you again. What's up, Sayori? Natsuki grabs the nearest seat to Sayori and sits herself down. How's your day going? As good as it can possibly be, I think. I'm not complaining either way. Glad to hear that. You seem to be in a good mood as well today. I guess I'm just a bit excited for today's club meeting. Ah, that's right. How did your hangout with Monika go? It went pretty good, I think. She's going to apologize to Yuri. At least I hope so. And she's allowing me to talk about my manga in the club as well. So I hope you're all looking forward to that. That's great, Natsuki. I guess you managed to get through to her, huh? I mean, I sure hope so. How's she doing, by the way? Like, in general? She's doing okay, I think. She just had a moment where we had to step out, I guess, to get some fresh air, but nothing too serious. Well, this is Monika we're talking about. She can take care of herself. Yeah. Ah, here, Siri. Give this a try before it gets cold. Pick up a piece of chicken and place it on our plate. Thanks. As Siri eats, I catch Natsuki looking pretty gloomy after staring down at her lunch. Do you want to try some too, Natsuki? It's seriously so good. Nah, I'm alright. Quick glance at her plate reveals that she's got nothing more than a rice and a packet of ketchup. Which confuses me, considering Natsuki's pretty much known for her being really good at cooking. Guess she just didn't have enough time to prepare her food. Here you go, Nats. You can have my taco. Taco? Like an actual taco? Or am I missing the point here? Hold on. Just done. See something? I can make myself a tiny bit bigger. You can see more of me. Isn't that great? I know, that's all what you wanted. Alright, Suri picks up 2 octopus-shaped sausages and places them on Natsuki's rice. Now, we've all shared part of our lunches. I understand not having enough time to pack lunch sometimes too, so don't worry about it. Thanks, Sayori. Natsuki swiftly begins to eat, nearly eating both sausages in a few seconds. See, I knew you were hungry. Shut up, Sayori. No, where'd the music go? I need more of that music. It's the first thing we do in the class, just vomit all over the place. Let's see if I can. Yeah, Bob, what kind of noise was that? Today's just one of the days where I just throw up all over the place. I don't really feel like coming to a club meeting. Aw, we can just call it a day if you like. Nuh-uh, not on my watch. This is my day. Natsuki barges into the club room looking pretty upset at Siri's idea. Whoop, sorry, Bob. Guess you're out of luck. Is that all it takes to change your mind? Siri suddenly inches close toward me and whispers into my ear. The truth is that Natsuki's kind of scary. I'm kind of what? Nothing. Say, didn't you want to share some with us today? Yeah, but I'm just kind of waiting for the women of the hour to show up before I get started. Plus, I have to make sure Monika lives up to her promise. Good afternoon. And what promise might you be referring to? Hopefully you'll find out in a few minutes. Hey everyone. Hope everyone had a terrific day today. Natsuki loudly clears her throat to non-verbally state the obvious. Is everyone just throwing up now? It's just pools of puke surrounding some tables. I know, I'll get to that. I just wanted to find the right time to say it. It's a bit hard. If it's about what I think it is, I don't mind waiting until the end. Monika stays silent, almost as if she's struggling to come up with something more the same response. Anyway, I brought something to share with the club today. And no, it's not cupcakes, Bob. Huh. Guess I didn't hide my facial expression as well as I thought I did. Natsuki cheerfully walks over to her bag and pulls out multiple different manga, some of which I recognize and others not so much. Monica and I decided that I should be allowed to share my favorite forms of literature in the club as well. It's not fair that everyone else gets to share something I've had barely any chance. What's this one? I've never seen this one before. Oh, that one? That's Shoko Struggles to Communicate. It's one of my recent favorites. It's good. It's good. Not a manga reader myself, but I like the anime. It's very cute, very wholesome. Natsuki grabs the manga off the desk of her chest. What? Ever so gently as to avoid getting any folds or caresses? I never understood how you said that word. No.
Creases.
Creases. Got it. Get any more, any folds or creases on the covers. Huge. Bob's word of the day, creases. What it means, I don't know. But I know how to pronounce it now. She proudly presents the manga to all four of us to see. The cover page shows a somewhat slender girl in blue uniform drawing on a chalkboard. So, what's this one about? Just a girl who can't speak or something? Uh-huh, it's super cute. Is it one of those slice of life manga that doesn't have any real concrete plot? I'm not judging or anything, it's just that I don't really understand the appeal with these. Well, it certainly sounds like you've already judging it right from the start. To answer your question, Bob, yes, that's basically it. To answer yours, Yuri, there's actually a lot of depth to this that even shocked me when I first started reading it. The manga does a tremendous job at showing how tough social anxiety can be and how it can be often misinterpreted as some acting like they are above all their peers. Shoko Komi, the main character, is the one who really struggles to communicate with others. But it's not that she doesn't want to or is depressed about it at all. After getting some help from a new friend, she becomes determined to make 100 friends. So determined, in fact, that you can't help but root for her as she tries her hardest to break past that barrier she struggled with her whole life. Yeah, it's a slice of life manga, for sure. It's full of cute moments and situational comedy that might not be for everyone, but its message, the whole idea that you aren't defined by your weakness or ailments is a message I'm sure everyone can really grab a hold of. Which is why Natsuki gently but swiftly places the manga on Yuri's chest, causing her to jump a bit. I want you to read it.
You know how I feel about manga in general. I'm afraid I won't really be able to appreciate it as much as you'd probably like me to.
Just don't think about it too hard. Give it a shot and then you can let us know what you think next time. That's the idea of this club, isn't it?
Natsuki's right, Yuri. Part of the talk her and I had the other day was all about having an open mind and willing to try out new things. Well, you see, manga isn't exactly unfamiliar to me. I've had some history with the medium in the past.
Well, great. Then this should be even easier for you then.
Yuri only sighs in response as she carefully takes the manga and hugs it close to her chest.
We all start engaging more in Natsuki's manga showcase, talking about various manga that I'm familiar with, and then some that Sayori was surprisingly familiar with as well. While I was more familiar with the action-focused ones, such as Attack on Titan and Yellow Hair Ninja Adventures. Out of all the ones you're going to name drop, you rename Naruto to that? That's fucking funny. She recognized manga such as Girl's Final Tour and An Ordinary Life in the West. Girl's Final Tour. I feel like I know that. Ordinary Life in the West? Is that like Spy Family or something? I don't know. I might be misinterpreting that completely. Anyway. So yeah, while I don't like to take on too many manga at once, it's nice to have other things to turn to if I'm feeling a certain way, you know?
I'll admit it, your commentary on Attack the Titan.
Wait, it's not Attack on Titan, it's Attack the Titan. That sounds even more dumber now.
Sounds like something I'd actually enjoy reading. When I get through with this one, of course.
Yeah, it was super fun. I'm not a super big fan of manga myself, but I've read a few here and there. It's just super cool to finally hear your passionate side. I agree. I mean, I've never been one to shy away from some good manga, but I've always used to think that I didn't really belong in this club. And that's what I'm trying to fix. And by the side of things, I seem to have done a good job.
Yeah, you did great. It's awesome to see you taking an initiative to make the club even better. I had a good time as well. I look forward to whenever you decide to do this again. Maybe we can all pick and choose our own manga to bring and discuss. It's not really a secret that I used to be into romance manga anyway. So I guess that wouldn't be so bad to see.
Nothing to be shy over. for what it's worth, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't into the stuff most people find interesting. Hey, you can't talk about that kind of material in the club. Well, it's not like that, dummy. Anyway, yeah, bringing and choosing manga. Sounds cool. Yeah, that sounds awesome. Really did have a lot of fun doing that. I don't really get any opportunities to share with other my friends about manga or anything like that. Huh? Why is that? It's no big deal. We all have those things we just can't really talk about with certain people, you know? Oh yeah, I understand completely. Sort of like how I can't really talk to Bob about girl stuff. Well, that's a gender thing, come on. Sure, dude, you could put it like that. By the way, Yuri, please take care of that manga I lent you, alright? Because I swear if I just see one... I miscollected crease.
You have nothing to worry about. It's in good hands. I'll tell you about my early impressions as soon as I get the chance.
Great, then I guess we're done with today's meeting, yeah?
No, there's still half an hour left until it's over.
Oh, well, Bob was saying how he didn't really feel up for a full club meeting today, so how about we cut it short?
Why? Need to be getting somewhere? Natsuki doesn't respond as she pulls out her phone and gives it a quick, concerned glance.
Yeah, I can't stick around for very long today. Can you guys help me pack up my manga? I'd really appreciate it.
Don't worry, friend. I can put them in the closet for you, where they'll be safe and sound.
Ah, right. That's a good idea. Thanks, man. Just be careful with them, alright? The same thing I told Yuri goes for you as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Natsuki leaves the club room in a hurry, leaving all of her manga for Sayori and probably the rest of us to take care of.
Something on your mind, Yuri? No, nothing, sorry.
What's with that awkward silence? Hey, don't act like you weren't the one with the idea to end the meeting early. Where is the caring attitude you had before, huh? You're just acting now.
Am not. I'm being 100% serious.
Ah, so that thing you said about ending the meeting early for my sake was a lie. No, I just didn't want to look bad in front of Monika, okay? Sayori says this with such speed, it's nearly impossible to understand her. I had troubles fucking speaking that.
Well, if this is something you two already discussed beforehand, who am I to keep you here if you want to leave a little early? Besides, it's just an after-school club. You're free to come and go as you please.
Sneaky glance at Yuri, who still seems to be within her own mind at the moment. Excuse me, my bad. Guess I couldn't help but think of her after hearing what Monika said. Come and go as you please. Don't have to tell me twice. I'm genuinely beat. Oh, and I didn't mean anything by just wanting to leave early today, Monika. I just thought you should know.
Oh, no, of course not. But thank you for telling me anyway. That's nice of you.
Anytime. Ready to get going, Sayori?
Fine. Let's go. Let me put away Natsuki's manga first, then we can head out. Piece of cake. Let's get going then.
Yep. You sure Natsuki won't mind if we put some of the manga out of order? Oh, she will definitely mind.
Then let's fix them.
Put my arms up in the air, let out a loud and hearty yawn. Yeah. Sayori gave me a stern but pleading look. All right, we'll show up early and fix them before she gets here. Is that all right at least?
Works for me.
I sigh as Sayori reaches out to interlock her arm with mine. I happily take it and we walk out of the club room, leaving Monika and Yuri to their own business. It wasn't intentional. Getting those two alone was probably the best outcome for them to really work things out. Just hope it turns out okay.
I just hope those things sort out everything they need to. If there's anyone that would listen to Monika's problem, it's Yuri.
Oh, really? What's that?
Yuri likes to listen to people talk. She's not one to interrupt you or anything.
I guess that makes sense. Sure things will work out between them.
I hope so.
So, want to head to the cafe? It's been a while since you and I've been there, hasn't it?
You mean the...
Yep, the one a few blocks down. You know the one.
Sounds like an amazing idea. Let's go.
I thought I was beat. What happened? A liar. Are we going to see some one-on-one time with Monika and Yuri? Been waiting for this.
Okay. slowly reopened my eyes. No glitches, no static, no flashes. It's just me and her. Phew. So, that manga Natsuki gave you. She told me about that one. She seemed pretty excited about it. She even talked about you when she brought it up. Yuri doesn't respond at all. Instead, she fidgets a little before gathering up her stuff and preparing herself to leave. Yuri? Let me just turn it down a tad bit. There we go. Yes, what is it? Well, I think it's about time I apologize for what I said to you last week. I see. That's alright, I forgive you. You do? I've never been one to hold a grudge. Ah, that's commendable. Scratch my head nervously. If I'm being honest, I expected you to be angrier with me. Well, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't angry at some point. But I immediately began to wonder why you said all those things. How did you even know I did these things to myself? I began thinking, how much do I really know about you? You really don't know anything? Guess I've only showed you what I wanted to show you. That wasn't you that week. I know it wasn't. And how would you know that? You've always been that person that inspired me to do great things, to reach for my full potential and work towards it. I refuse to believe that the Monika I know would genuinely meant what she said that day. If that makes any sense. Don't worry. It makes perfect sense. I don't really have a proper explanation as to why I did what I did. It's become pretty clear that something is going on, and I'd like to know what it is. We all would. I look down at my hands. I don't know where to begin. It's, Monika, are you okay? Her voice is muffled. My hands begin to shiver violently. It's very hard to Suddenly lose feeling in my legs and fall over. I feel two warm arms grab and hold me up. Was I about to fall? I don't even know what just happened there. Slowly open my eyes and realize now that I'm sitting down in the chair at the front of the club room. Are you okay? Do you need me to call the emergency services? No, that isn't necessary. Neither of us speak for a while, but it seems like ages. She's probably worried about me. But why? Still don't understand why. Something is happening to me. Something that I don't really think I'm ready to talk about with anyone. But what I did last week, that was wrong. And I realize that now. I don't really know what else to say. You've got a lot going on in your life, don't you? And maybe you just thought that what you did was right, even if you weren't entirely clear on that. See, I already told you that you tend to be really hard on yourself when things don't go your way. I can't really say I know how that feels. Is it really possible that I've just been wrong about everything? Yuri awkwardly avoids making eye contact with me, but kneels down so that we are at eye level with each other. I hate that I'm a visual thinker in these scenarios. Holy fuck. Are you sure you don't need me to call for help? I think you're really fainted there. That's not necessary. But, would it be too much if I ask you to... No, actually, maybe that's not such a good idea. It's okay. Were you going to ask me to walk you home with you? Oh, yeah, I was. Slowly got up from my chair, having experience with these fainting spells in the past. I'm able to stand on my own feet with relative ease after some time. Despite this, Yuri still grabs onto my arm, which helps me stand upright. Strangely, just like when Natsuki helped me up, I feel comforted by her touch. Something I've desired for so long. But how come I'm only starting to feel it now? Can you walk okay? Yeah, I'll manage. Yuri gracefully as ever places her bag around her shoulder and allows me to walk out of the club room first. Okay. Thank you, Yuri. So Monika slowly but surely starting to not become the antagonist anymore. Basically just realizing, ayo, this is the world I live in. Let me just not try to fuck everything up. I look back towards the table Sayori is seated at, making sure she can't hear me placing the order. A special order for Sayori and I. Back when we were kids, we always ordered the cinnamon buns. They were her favorite. I'm sorry. Sorry. In come the yawns and the coughs and whatever, and the burps. Don't forget about the burps. Here we go. That's not vodka, that's water, I swear. I'm positive not much has changed in that regard. I return to my seat and wait for our order to arrive. That rush of nostalgia nearly knocked me off my feet when we walked in here. No kidding, I nearly did trip and fall. That's right, you did. Sure does hit the spot after a long day though, doesn't it? Yeah. Sayori takes a big whiff of the cake, which I'm sure awakens some buried memory within her. I know that smell anywhere. Before Sayori could say anything more, a waiter brings over a tray of 2 large cinnamon buns. The instant rush of nostalgia completely melts us both away. You ordered cinnamon buns! You still remember? Of course I do, how could I forget? You went bananas over these. Yeah, I really did, didn't I? Heck yeah, so much so your mom started to call you Bun just because you asked for them. Jeez, you remember so much, huh? More than you expect me to. Sayori reaches for a napkin to pick up her snack and prepares to take a bite. Hold on, we'll bite until it's together. Oh, alright. Follow suit and prepare to take a bite out of the cinnamon bun. Ready? She nods excitedly. Dig in. In perfect unison, we both take our first bites of our snacks, instantly blown away by its flavor and blissful nostalgia. So good. Schmurching. The both of us start laughing amongst ourselves as we enjoy a quick trip back to our childhoods. When times were simpler, there was no depression to worry about. We were just kids. The best of us, the best of friends, us against the world. And in thinking about the depression, I only think about how much I'd like for her to just feel better. Oh hey, did you remember to take your pills this morning? Gently nods as she continued chewing. Gave her a friendly smile and as I think back to our childhood. It's a strange feeling, honestly. I mean, I had it good as I could have. My best friend, someone I could rely on. And I just let that go. Man, I'm dumb. As I continue reflecting on my past, I notice Sayori's expression shift quite subtly, but enough to still be noticeable. What's up, Sayori? You don't like it? Huh? What do you mean? It's great. Oh, alright. Just couldn't help but notice your expression there. Seems like you were kind of down about something. Oh! It's not really anything important. Look back down on our half-eating cinnamon buns and ponder for a moment. You know what I think could help? Help with what? You know, your depression. Oh. Wait, sorry. I probably shouldn't have bothered bringing that up, huh? No, it's alright. I know you meant well. I guess I just wasn't expecting to hear you say it so casually. Sorry. Scratch my head. Well, I was going to say that maybe the kinds of food you've been eating have an effect on your health. You know, like, I guess the cinnamon bun here. My mom used to tell me that eating a bunch of bad foods can rot your brain. Cher looks down at the cinnamon bun and has a worried expression on her face. I mean, did you really have to tell me now? Oh, no. I guess not. Sorry. It's just an idea. I didn't really mean to make you feel bad or anything. It's alright. It wasn't alright. A few minutes of silence go by as we both look down at our phones. As I'm finished up my snack, I notice she stopped eating hers. Hey, you aren't going to finish? I'm interrupted by a loud vibration on my phone. Thinking it was a text message, I immediately open up the notification. You don't have to, but it's fine. This is going to be a text message from Yuri. Watch. It's an email from my school about my grades. Guess they're really starting to catch up with me. Never mind. Ugh, shit. What's up? You only ever swear when it's something serious. You can't hide this from me. Yeah, I know. Just didn't really want to tell you. My grades aren't as good as I've made them seem these last few weeks. What? Sherry genuinely shocked voice makes me feel worse. Yeah, I'm sorry. We've been working together on assignments this whole time. Surely these teachers are just out to get you now. I know. Monika knows some people who can help. I'll just talk to her and... No, that's not going to work. Because it's all me. I've been letting my grades fall because I've been so... I stopped myself. So what? Nothing. Not important. What matters is I'm going to chase these grades. I'll worry about these myself. In other words, there aren't anything for you to worry about. All right. Look down at my phone and open up the website to check my grades individually. None of these courses are actually as intensive as I'm probably making them seem. Just that the truth of me basically ignoring my work in order to focus on Sayori is something that I really don't want to admit. To her or myself. But as I look at how some of these grades are, I can't help but realize how much of a toll this has taken on me. Let out a sigh and place my phone in my pocket. Finish up my cinnamon bun and clean up after myself. Sayori, you want to take your bun home? Oh, no, that's okay. I don't really want it anymore. Oh, I grab a napkin and wrap it around the unfinished pastry. What do you think of my base? Look good? I mean, I don't know much about Lego nor Fortnite, but I'd say, yeah. I mean, in terms of practicality, the chest floor plan was immaculate in terms of, you know, beauty and intern artistic value. I'd say pretty bad. But if you're going for practicality, you just place all those chests in there. At a quick glance, it becomes obvious that she only ate one bite out of it. I walk over to the trash and toss it away. So, ready to head out? Sayori only nods as she grabs her bag and throws it around her shoulder. As per usual, I offer my arm to her. She stares at me for a short moment before accepting my offer and interlocking our arms together. It's practical ways. Okay, good. Yeah, then for practicality, you're doing fine. As we exit the cafe, a beautiful sunset has already painted the sky a mix of orange and pink, and the weather is perfectly breezy and fresh. I overhear Sayori take a deep breath and sigh as we make our way back home. Yeah, you kind of fucked up with that comment there, buddy. Orange, Sayori. After a decent long walk, we arrive back at in our neighborhood. Jeez, kind of forgot how much of a workout that was. I know, right? I'm all sweaty now. I gotta go take a shower now, Stinky. Hey, you're all sweaty too. Probably smell way worse than me. Looks like you want to prove that to yourself. No, I don't. I win again. Guess if that's a win to you, then sure. Chuckles and gently pats Sayori's head. So what are the plans for today? Want to hang out some more? Sure. Oh, wait, you can't get distracted anymore. You have a lot of work to do. Right. Well, what if I agree to strictly keep it about homework and nothing else? You promise? Cross my heart and hope to die. Okay, well, maybe not the die part, but yeah. Okay. My mom will be home early today as well, so maybe she can help. Great. Let's get to it then. Go shower, Stinky. Stinky poo-poo. Another day? Damn, that flew by. When's stuff gonna go down again? Because I feel like this is calm before the storm. Yes! Just happy child whenever I hear this music. So then I said, you aren't the only one cursed with knowledge. Nearly spit out my drink after hearing that. What? Sarah, there's no way you just dropped a quote from a superhero movie like that. It's true. But I guess the teachers didn't like hearing that from me, so he sent me to the principal's office. That all happened last week? How come I'm barely finding about this now? Didn't think it was worth mentioning. Didn't even get in trouble. But that's actually hilarious, though. Yeah, I guess it is. Oh, hey, there's Natsuki. Turn around, and sure enough, there she was standing in line at the microwaves to heat up her food. Oh, yeah. Want to invite her to sit with us again? Oh, wait a minute, look again. She doesn't really seem to be in a great mood. Turn back around and notice that she actually seems annoyed. Huh. You sure that's not how she looks normally? Maybe, but I don't know. Something seems off about her. But all the more reason to invite her over to have lunch with us then, yeah? I don't know. I don't want to bother her if she's going through something. Yeah, I guess that's true. We both watch Natsuki as she removes her food from the microwave and then walks over to the table of girls I've never seen before. Assuming those are her friends she talks about sometimes. Yep, she never really says anything great about them, but it's not really any of our business. Yeah. Look back toward Natsuki's table. Seem to be having a good time amongst themselves, laughing loudly and doing whatever it is girls do in lunch.
Sayori only seems more and more distracted by what's going on over there, though. And I'm sure what she's overheard, but it seems to be bothering her. Well, look back around the place and place both of my hands on the table. Do you have any other Sayori tales you'd like to tell me? Oh yeah, this one time I had this dream where I owned a bazillion chinchillas. Chinchillas? Like those small gray mouse things? Yeah. Why those animals specifically? Because I got one right here in my bag. Sarah reaches into her bag, which I immediately respond. What? No, don't bring it out. Something fuzzy immediately smacks me in the face and I let out a particularly girly scream. Hehehe. As I recovered from fear, I realized it was nothing more than a small stuffed animal. I got you good, didn't I? Jeez, Sayori, how long are you planning on that one? At least 2 days. That's some dedication. It's totally worth it, though. Sure, whatever. I'm just glad nobody heard me scream like that. It was embarrassing. Let me see that stuffed animal. Sayori hands it over to me and let me observe it carefully. It's not a chinchilla. In fact, I don't really know what it is. It seems to be just some random stuffed mouse that Sayori brought from home. Playfully toss it back at Sayori, who catches it and giggles. You can't scare me, Bob. I'm unstoppable. Muhahaha. Hello, Sayori. Ah!
Sorry, didn't mean to scare you like that.
Oh, it's just you, Yuri. Hello, Yuri. Sayori wraps her arms around Yuri. Again.
Why do you insist on hugging me all the time?
Oh, do you want me to stop?
Not particularly, but...
I'm not hearing a no. So we're just going to pretend he didn't scream like a little girl just then, because that was hilarious. Shut up, meanie.
Sorry, Sayori.
It's okay. I was getting way too cocky anyways. Yeah, I kind of saw Yuri coming over, so I just let it happen. Hey, that makes you even more of a meanie. I am unstoppable. Well,
I came over because I heard a strange scream from this table, and I knew it came from you guys.
Fuck, she knows. All right, I yield. All right, girl power.
Apologies, Bob. It was low-hanging fruit. I had to go for it.
I'm just surprised you did. I didn't think you'd have it in you to be funny. Are you kidding? Yuri's the friendliest girl in the whole club.
Well, I don't know about that.
By the way, Yuri, you know anything about Natsuki's other friends? Yuri glances around the spots of the table Natsuki's sitting at.
Well, that's not really any of my concern.
All right. Sorry, Sayori and I were just curious, I guess.
It's all right. Do you both mind if I join you?
Not at all. You can sit next to me. Yuri sits herself down gracefully and pulls out her bento box. Lunch continues on as normal, with Sayori sharing some other tall tale and Yuri providing her own insight. Natsuki doesn't really get brought up again. For some reason, though, I can't not think about her. Sure, I basically had this big crush on her at the start, but I don't think that should mean I can't care about her. Sayori was right. She did look pretty upset. More than she usually does, anyway. Oh well, nothing I could do about that now. Yuri and Sayori and I all finish up our lunches to get ready to tackle the rest of the school day. And back in the club. Or do we get a Monika POV? Nope. Okay, we're the first ones here. We have to be quick about this. Yeah, let's get these manga organized. But how are they supposed to be organized in the first place? Well, putting all the same series together is a start. For example, pick up 3 Attack the Titan volumes and place them in order to the shelf. There, just like that. Right, good thinking. So then, Sayori opens up the manga with particularly strange cover. Sayori, what's that? I think it's some of Natsuki's lewd manga. What? Sayori casually turns the open manga around, which causes me to blush instantly. Wow, Sayori, you seem awfully casual about this. It's not that big a deal to me. This stuff exists like any other manga, right? I guess so. I just didn't think Natsuki would have had this in her collection, let alone let it keep her in a club. Bob, do you recognize this manga? You seemed to blush pretty hard when I showed it to you. Huh? Oh shit, no, maybe, perhaps. No, of course I don't. What do you expect? It's a bunch of naked girls. I'm just teasing. Let's put it back with the rest. We don't want to fall behind. Right, let's continue then. We both organized the manga on the shelf, keeping each series together as well as making sure they're all in order. It only took a few more minutes to organize everything. Piece of cake. And all before the others arrived too. Yep, hopefully Natsuki loves it when she gets here. As soon as she finished saying that, the club room door opens up. To my surprise, all 3 girls walk in at the same time.
Hello, everyone. I see we've all arrived at the same time or once.
Except me and Bob. We showed up early. By the way, Natsuki, you should go check out the closet. We left a bit of a surprise for you in there. Oh, okay. Natsuki walks over to the back of the room to check out the closet. Yuri whispers to us. Excuse me.
What'd you guys do? You didn't do anything bad, did you?
I hope not. We just organized her manga for her since we didn't do it yesterday. Natsuki comes back, not really looking any different from before. Well, did we do an okay job? Yeah, you did okay. It's whatever. Hey, something wrong, Natsuki? No, nothing. Get off my case, Yuri. Monika, isn't there some poem sharing we can do or something? If not, I'm just going to read over there.
Excuse me, Bob, could you do me a huge favor?
Sure. What is it?
There's a particular book I need from the library, but I don't want to cause any trouble by leaving again.
Oh, right. Right away then. Which book do you need? Yuri pulls out her phone and scrolls around for a bit. She turns it around and shows me a picture of a book with the title blurred out. The cover art is also hard to see. It seems to depict a door with the word Red Room written on it. Huh. Kind of an awful photo.
Precisely, I need help finding it based on the cover art alone.
You don't remember what it's called? At all?
I can't really recall, but I do know the title starts with D.
Yuri giving me a very calm but strange smile. Do you have any idea how little that narrows it down? In any case, it looks like I don't really have much choice anymore. Besides, she's got a point. Her leaving the club for a long period of time would probably cause more harm than good. But having me to go as a partner is the worst option out of all of them. Alrighty then, I'll be right back. Hopefully I can find it.
Good luck.
Or I'm just going alone. That was a bit strange. I mean, I guess I see where she's coming from, but it seems so sudden. In any case, it's time to go book hunting. Head down the hallway and towards the library. Hopefully I don't have any overdue books. Who am I kidding? I never go to the library. Is this Monika POV now, or what are we doing? Yep, it's Monika POV. Okay.
I struggle to hide the pain in my face as something changes dramatically. While I was usually able to tell exactly what happens within the code before, this time I can't seem to tell at all. Was it really that easy for her to just make him leave like that? Why? How? I should probably go with him. Actually, Shiori, I'd appreciate it if you stayed here. What's going on here, Yuri? Why did you send Bob on a wild goose chase for a book? It wasn't that obvious, was it? I could have sworn I did a good job at that.
Please, I knew something was up the moment you didn't know the name of the freaking Shining. May as well tell us what it is all about it now. Yuri fidgets ever so slightly. She takes a deep breath and sighs. Maybe I should go find Bob myself. Who are they to find me from doing that anyway?
I'll just say that I need to use the bathroom or something. This game's stubbornness only seems to show itself. I'm blatantly obvious about what I'm doing. So surely this won't... I wanted to get Bob out of the room for a moment, because this is something I know you wouldn't like for him to hear.
Yuri? Don't... Natsuki suddenly flares up, looking almost ready to explode. Seems like Yuri knows her just as much as I do.
Yuri? I don't know what you're trying to do here, but maybe this isn't the best idea. You have to talk to us about it, Natsuki.
About what? There's nothing to talk about. This is stupid. Just shut up. I'm going to read over there. Leave me alone.
She walks over to the closet to probably pull out some manga and call it a day. How come I'm suddenly interested in how this is going to play out? I'm such a bad friend. I shouldn't have said anything. I'm sorry.
That's not true. You're a wonderful friend.
What should I even say here? Do you even care about Natsuki to try and fix whatever she's going through?
Monika, what do you think? What do you think we should do?
Both girls look at me with a genuine look of sincerity. A look that really proves how much they care and want to help their friend. I don't understand why I feel so compelled to help her as well. Okay, Monika, let's suck it up for just a bit. It's time to be a club president. Okay, you two. I know more about Natsuki than you might think. Yuri, did she ever tell you about... Shh, not so loud. Right, sorry. I'll lower my voice to a whisper. There's something you two may not know. At the start of this club, I caught her hanging out with other friends after school, right before the club meeting started. They don't treat her right. From an outsider perspective, it could even be argued she's being bullied and pushed around by them. So you were already aware of this predicament she found herself in? Pretty much. She told me a little bit about it while we were spending some time together. It's something she's super sensitive about. She never even told me the full story. Sounds like she doesn't feel comfortable talking about it. Maybe she feels like she'd be betraying them if she talked bad about them. I think so too, but I don't want to push her to talk about it. Well, you want to hear my opinion? I feel like we might have to try. It's clearly bothering her, and it's been going on for a very long time. We're her friends, aren't we? We have to step in and help her. Sometimes when it comes to our friends, we have to take control over the situation as best we can. But I still want to help my friend, that much is true. Look over towards Natsuki, who is barely walking out of the closet with some manga. We make eye contact with each other for a brief moment before she looks away and returns to the closet. Are you suggesting we just confront her to force her to tell us, then? Precisely. That sounds like an awful idea, but I don't really have any other ideas. What about you, Sayori?
I say it's time for some tough love. We have to show Natsuki that we're here for her no matter what. Natsuki! Sayori suddenly yells at the top of her lungs and runs over to the closet. First, there's a bit of arguing. Sayori, what do you want? Leave me alone. Hey, don't grab that one. Come to the group then. You're threatening me with that? Just come on. Now, there's a lot of pushing and shoving. All right. Stop it, Sayori. I get it. Sayori and Natsuki both rejoined the group, with Natsuki not looking too pleased about how this all has turned out. I thought I made it pretty clear I don't really want to talk about this. And Yuri, the only reason why you even know about this in the first place is because I accidentally slipped out.
I know, I'm sorry. It's just that I don't really, I don't like seeing you like this.
I seem to have missed the part where that's supposed to be my problem.
Come on, Natsuki, don't talk to her like that.
Please, like you're in any place to tell me how I should be talking to her.
Natsuki, it's clear you're upset.
Yeah, maybe it's because all of you are ganging up on me like this. I mean, can you at least show a bit of respect? Jeez.
We all stay silent for a moment. She's got a point. I realized that we all just sort of attacked her and expected her to open up to us immediately after. Yuri fidgets around a bit while Natsuki continues to avoid making eye contact with any of us.
Oh my gosh. My bad, I'm getting yawny.
Curiously, she hasn't bothered returning to the closet or even bothering leaving the room. Which, how angry she seems, it's a surprise she hasn't just left. Hey, do you remember our first ever fight? Don't you think we've really connected with each other since then?
Shh. Yeah, I guess so. Should know better than anyone else that I would love to just stop talking about this, please.
I still remember each and every one of your talks and discussions as well.
Still fail to see how that has anything to do with this.
Yuri takes a deep breath and lets out a sigh. I think it has everything to do with this.
How?
Don't you see that we're all standing here for a reason? Don't you see that we just want to help?
Ugh, this again. Monika, I'm taking off. I really appreciate being treated this way.
Why are you running away from us? Is that how you really want?
Who said I'm running away from you? I just want to leave.
You're better than this. I know you are.
I don't care what you think. What I do is none of your or anyone else's business.
But we care about you, Natsuki.
I'm not a charity case.
Are you sure?
What? You don't know me. You don't know anything about me.
Guys, please don't find it. I know everything about you. You are an open book. Yuri's entire demeanor changes so much it's almost overwhelming.
I'm an open book? Psh, look in the mirror, Yuri.
That's exactly my point. You're scared.
Shut the hell up, Yuri.
You've never actually had a true friend.
If you don't shut your mouth, I swear I'll...
Push me away? Like everyone else you've pushed away because you're terrified of getting hurt?
What are you...
So terrified of being bullied, mocked, isolated, that even if you do miraculously find real friendship, you freak out and push them away too? Shh. I've seen all of this before. That's why you're so easy to read. Because I've already read it. You and I are far more similar than you think. We're the same, Natsuki. Natsuki and Yuri stare at each other for a few short seconds, breathing heavily. In fact, Natsuki is one that seems to be breathing a lot faster than Yuri. She looks down and runs out of the room. Did I mess that up? I don't think so. I just think that maybe it was a little too much for her to handle. I just got frustrated. seeing her act this way when I know, deep down, she really wants to help with this stuff. Not like I'm any better. The two girls awkwardly stare down at the floor, and I follow suit as a result. I don't really know what they're thinking right now. But for me, I'm just confused. I used to be so angry and rageful, but now I just don't understand anything anymore. Is this my fate now? To just endlessly float in this place, stuck trying to deal with these fake problems that ultimately mean nothing? What's the point of all this? When will this game show its hand? Girls, you all did good today. Even if it might not feel like it, nobody's perfect at handling these situations, but I believe that she'll come around. I sure hope so. Natsuki can be kind of confusing sometimes. How so? You know how she can be. She doesn't really talk about her personal stuff with us. She always pushes it aside, and I think she prefers to keep it that way. You're right. Whenever we've hung out together, things never really got past us talking about books or manga. Don't get me wrong, she's asked me about my own personal life before, but I never really wanted to pry into hers. She's always been a very reserved person and not afraid to keep those feelings inside no matter how intense they are. Sometimes, quite aggressively. Let out a sigh and sit on top of the desk in front. As I swing my legs back and forth in contemplation, I think back to the talk Natsuki and I had the other day. She had mentioned her past with me, with not much restraint either. I'm going to find her. She can't have gone far. No, I can't let you do that. Why not? I have an idea. I'll go out and look for her. I'd like to think I'm somewhat of a mitigator with this situation. That doesn't sound like a good idea. You may be right about that, but remember what Sayuri said earlier? We have to show Natsuki that we're here for her, no matter what. That still stands. We can go with you then? No, that's not the best idea either. Considering you just forced her out of her comfort zone earlier, she's probably not going to be too thrilled to see you right now. She dejectedly agrees. I smile at her and move to pick up my stuff. You guys can trust me, right? I don't know. Can we? She glares at me, not in an angry or disappointed way, but rather a way that reminds me of what happened just a week ago. Haha, right. Well, actions speak louder than words, don't they? I wonder about that. Take a deep breath and sigh. You sure about this? Absolutely. Well, if you say so. Walk towards the doors and slide them open. Phew, okay, so if I were Natsuki, where would I go? Wave my hands in the air only to realize the console doesn't appear whatsoever. Figures at this point it's part of the course. With no real way to exit the code now, it's basically a guessing game as to where these characters are going to be. Let's see. Yeah, let's start there.
Where? Where is this? Courtyard. Can't believe Yuri didn't know the name of The Shining. I mean, I should probably feel bad for not recognizing the cover myself, but the literal horror story expert needing help finding this book? Something fishy about that. Make my way back to the school and what? Natsuki, what are you doing out here? Natsuki's sitting on a bench all by herself. She doesn't respond when I call out to her. I awkwardly look around and slowly walk up to her. Hey, you alright? She sniffles and rubs her nose, almost as she just finished crying. Yeah, I'm fine. I'd actually like to ask you something. Sure, shoot. Have you ever regretted something you've said? Like, basically the moment it comes out of your mouth? Oh yeah, plenty of times. Not a feeling I'm familiar with at all. Why, did something happen in the club? Sort of. It's not really anything I really like talking about though, so don't even ask. Alright, I won't even try. I urge Natsuki to scoot over to the bench and allow me some room. She reluctantly scoots over and sighs. Yeah, there are a lot of things I've regretted saying pretty much instantly. Yeah? It have to do anything with involving your friends? Sayori. Won't ask any more details about that. We sit together quietly for a while, not really feeling awkward or anything. Bob, you think I belong in a club? Turned towards her slightly confused. She seemed pretty that serious. Bit of a loaded question, isn't it? It's a yes or no question. Then my answer is yes. Elaborate. This is no longer a yes or no question then. She doesn't say anything, she only looks away from me. Not sure why she's asking me this, but given that she's out here by herself and probably just finished crying. Did you have a fight with Yuri? She closes her eyes and sighs. I guess that's a yes. As I sit back in the bench, I see something strange from across the courtyard. In the school entrance, I see a silhouette that can only belong to one person. Is that Monika? Natsuki sits up and gets a closer look at the door, which causes the silhouette of our club president to disappear. She throws herself back into the bench and sighs once again. Yeah, we had a fight. It was about some dumb stuff, so it's not really worth talking about, honestly. I see. Are you planning on going back? It seems like Monika wants to looking for you. Not a chance. At least, not today. Obviously, something major went down today, but knowing Natsuki, she's probably never going to tell me the truth. Hey, wanna know what I think is cool? You were able to fix Yuri and Monika's little scuffle last week. All by yourself. Makes you think that. Yeah, not only did you call Monika out on her strange behaviors, but you were the one to make the efforts to reach out to talk out things with her. Well, that was only because I wanted to see things get fixed, you know? Nobody likes to see friends fight. She pauses. Nobody likes to see friends fight. Right. That wasn't really my point with this, though. You asked earlier if you felt like you belonged in the club. I think you being the one willing to step forward and solve issues between your friends proves you really do belong. Not that you really needed to prove that to begin with. Yeah, we'll go with that. Listen, dude, I gotta get going. She gets up from the bench and dusts off her backside. Alright, what about your stuff? You're just gonna leave it behind? I'll figure that out myself. Don't worry about it. Okay then, take care, Natsuki. Natsuki walks towards the front of the school. She's probably heading home. Scratch my head as I look at the book I've been holding to get reminded to return back to the club. We're not gonna offer to just grab her stuff for her and then meet outside? Okay, sure. I steadily look back behind me to see if Natsuki decided to come back for her stuff, even though she seemed pretty serious. Just what went down today that caused her to leave abruptly like this? It's not really her style to do so. Then again, last week proved I didn't really know much about these girls as I thought I did. Oh hey Bob, you're back from the library. What the? I look behind me again, and sure enough, it's Monika right there. How'd you do that? Yeah, I found the book Yuri was looking for. Ran into Natsuki on my way here though. Seems like she seemed a little upset. Yeah, let's not act like you both didn't catch me looking at her. I just saw you two together, so I just assumed you'd be okay with it in your hands. So something did happen. Unfortunately, yes. Did she mention anything about it with you? Shake my head. Ah, I see. It's likely she didn't really want to talk about it with you. Probably just wanted not to think about it at all, honestly. Sure seemed that way. Let's get back to the club then, shall we? I have to give this book to Yuri. By the way, don't you think it's weird that Yuri didn't know the name to The Shining? Isn't that a bit weird to you? We all forget things sometimes. Look down at the book and think about Yuri. Yeah, I guess. Walk back into the club room and the room suddenly feels tense. Yeah, something definitely happened here. All right, spill it. What was it with the book? I find it difficult to believe that you don't know the name to one of the most popular horror novels ever. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to lie to you. It's just that this is a personal to Natsuki, and I don't want to betray her trust. I see. I mean, you could have just told me. She shakes her head. It wasn't that easy. I didn't want her to know about the things we were going to say. So I had to get you out of the room as quickly as I could. See, all right, well, I understand. Do you, still want the book? Sure, why not? She slowly takes the book from me and places it on a nearby desk. So, since we can't really talk about what happened earlier, what now? Well, we can always... Meeting adjourned! Siri slams her fist on the desk like a judge slams the gravel. I have to get going. Me and Bob have very important matters to discuss. What? 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 Siri, unpredictable as always. Actually, you should know what I'm talking about. That. She's right, we do have something to discuss. Alright then, let me just conclude today's meeting with an old-fashioned writing tip of the day. Friends are important to have around. I'd even go as far as to say they're important enough to be considered self-care. Sure, friends can fight sometimes, but what makes that friendship even stronger is the ability to work things out between one another. So make sure you show your friends some love today. Even just a short text message that can be enough to show how much you care. Thanks for listening. I like that. Taking care of friends is considered self-care. Yeah, I'd say so. I agree with that. Siri and I walked back home together, not really saying much to each other. Sort of prepared for a pretty long night of serious mode Sayuri, which consists of her pretending to be this stern authority figure to motivate me into getting my work done. It doesn't work. Alright, what's the plan now? I actually told a little small fib. So, this isn't so about my grades? Don't get the wrong idea either. You still have to work on that. I actually wanted to talk about what happened in the club today. Wait, everyone seemed to agree that it's personal to Natsuki. I don't know. I don't want to know anything if it's a personal biz.
I know. I guess I just feel like I should have done more. Like all I did was stand there. I think I even made the situation worse, but not really doing anything. I thought that maybe I could help, but I just couldn't. All I was able to do was watch.
Immediately realized how Shiori is starting to feel. I'm not really sure how to go about handling it. Well,
it's okay. You don't have to say anything. I don't really expect you to. It's just how I feel right now.
I see. Well, this will all eventually pass over, I'm sure.
What do you mean? Like the Natsuki situation?
Yeah, also how you're feeling as well. Should all pass with time.
Will it? Sometimes I really don't think that's the case.
Yeah. I know how you feel. Sure gives me a strange glare after I say that.
All right, I trust you.
Wait, what, you do?
Yep.
Well, all right then. Got any plans for later tonight?
Not really. I'm going to hang out with my mom this evening, though. I think my dad might be coming over as well.
Ah, your dad. Haven't seen him in a long time. He's been working overseas, hasn't he? She nods.
That's right. I should get going.
Right. I'll start contacting some of the teachers and maybe work out a little things with them about my grades. Should be a cakewalk.
Good luck with that. See you tomorrow.
I wave goodbye and walk towards home. Something about this interaction... Nah, it's nothing. Shiori does this all the time. I've gotten used to this by now. If anything, I'm finding myself more concerned with what exactly went down at the club today. It was definitely a heated argument, but it seemed like much more than that. Not much I can do about that now, I guess. Yay, another day. I think. Oh no. Ooh, hold on. Oh, here we go. Monika time, baby. I love these scenes.
I take a deep breath in. For the 10th time, I attempt to reopen the console. I shakily place my hands in the air and begin to move my fingers. Come on. I cry out in pain, but I keep pushing. My fingers suddenly start to jumble out and glitch out. It feels like a bunch of rocks are being thrown at them all at once. Ah!
It's quiet.
Blood is streaming from my fingers. I feel the floor around me, yet I can't see a thing. Nothing but darkness as far as I can see. Did I go blind? Did I? No. I can see my own hands and my own body. Yet there isn't a single light source anywhere. Did I break everything? Grab my head in pain, slowly raise my arms and put them in a position out once more. Move my fingers and... Huh?
Monitor kernel access reset initiated? Monitor kernel access? Yeah, that's how Monika got her name. You see the monitor and the kernel access, the Moni, and then you take the Moni from the monitor, the K from the kernel, and the A from the access, you get Monika. Bada bing, bada boom.
Maybe this will work. Okay. If she's still there, then the game should be still intact. So what the heck happened earlier? Where am I? What in the world is monitor kernel access? 1%? 1% of what? I start to panic. I frantically try various commands, hoping something will give me an answer. What the hell? Without thinking, I type in delete monica.chr. I nearly execute the command. The progress updates. Slowly hide the console from view and look down at my bloodied fingers. What's going to happen to me now? What have I done? I try to look around again, hoping to find something that I'm familiar with. Come on. Just give me something. Anything. I'll do anything. I'll be the club president you want me to be. I'll do that if it means I can get out of here. I'll do that if I mean I can fix this. Of course. Nobody can hear me. I don't even know if you can hear me either. I'm just trapped here. Forever. It really does feel like that.
What the fuck? Snap back to reality. Whoop, there goes gravity. Monika, you home? I tried to call you before, but you didn't answer. Well, you're probably asleep now, but hopefully you're awake. I guess.
My mouth feels incredibly dry and my fingers still ache. I look down and see that my injuries still remain. So that wasn't a dream. In fact, I'm still standing in the exact spot I was earlier. It felt like days. Yet as I look down and check my phone, it's only been a few hours. Text message is also there reading, Prezi, can I come over? As well as a few missed calls. Coming, Natsuki. Stumble a bit as I try to regain my bearings. It's already too late when I realize that I haven't covered up any of my injuries. I open the door for the pink-haired girl and allow her to come in. I'm only able to greet her with a somewhat dejected smile. I'm usually able to hide my emotions quite well, but this time...
Hey, thanks for letting me in. I was afraid you were asleep already.
Is everything okay? Did you really walk all this way alone? At this time of night?
I had nowhere else to go.
Give her a confused look. Nowhere else to go? She doesn't mean...
My dad kicked me out.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry I didn't answer earlier either. I was,
Whoa, what happened to your fingers? You look pretty banged up.
Oh, that... Yeah, I accidentally slammed them into the door. Worst pain in the world.
No kidding. How'd you manage to get all of them slammed like that?
I begin to feel frustration as she starts to pester me with more questions. Let's not worry about me right now, okay? What about you?
I just had a stupid argument with my dad, okay? It's nothing serious.
I find that difficult to believe. No father would kick their own daughter out of the house like that.
Yeah, you would think that just because that's the case for all parents. Yet I'm here, aren't I? Look, I appreciate you taking me in, but I don't really want to talk about all this. I still haven't forgotten what you guys did to me earlier today.
So why come here?
You'd have to be stupid to think I go over to Yuri's or Sayori's places. I don't know, you seem like in the middleman is this whole thing, I guess.
I see. Well, I apologize if I don't really have any comfortable places for you to sleep. I've only got one bed. I was about to point her towards the couch behind us, but something is stopping me from even offering. If, you're cool with it, we can share the bed.
Really? You do that? Even after all I just said?
Yeah, I really don't know either. But your anger is warranted.
Fine, as long as you don't mind.
Not at all. You're my guest after all. It's the least I can do.
Right.
She removes her backpacks from her back and places it on the floor. As I watch her open it up and take out her pajamas, I start thinking back to my experience. How lonely it all felt. How maddening the silence was. It was as if I had died, but my soul was trapped in limbo, waiting for someone to rescue it.
Hey, it's alright if I use your bathroom to change.
Of course. Feel free to make yourself at home. She scurries off towards my bathroom and shuts the door. So I look down at her backpack. Normally, I wouldn't be this nosy, but if I think my sinker senses have allowed me to toss my morals out the window. I open up and see that it's got a few manga inside as well as a small plushie with a funny looking face. Cute. Other than that, there isn't anything that seems out of the ordinary. Close her back up and walk to my kitchen to clean up my fingers. I can move them around easily despite some pain, so they aren't broken. I think this is the first time the game has genuinely hurt me physically though, which only frightens me even more. Slowly turn the faucet knob and allow lukewarm water to run between my fingers. Burned slightly, but it's nothing I can't handle. Gently rub the blood off and take extra care not to go at it too hard. As I wash my hands, I think about the things I said before. How I'd do anything to try and fix what I've done. Maybe if I played a role this world wanted me to play, things will go back to normal. Do I dare try and open up the console again? Without much more thought, I slowly lift my hands up and perform the same motion I've been performing for as long as I can remember. It appears. The same message is still plastered in front of me, serving as a reminder that something is going to happen to me if I don't take action fast. My goals are no longer what they used to be now. Maybe they are, just in a completely different context. I have to save myself from this world. Slowly grab a towel and dry my hands off. Walk back into the living room and Natsuki comes out of the bathroom at the exact same time. Oh, cool, the pajamas. Her pajamas are exactly what I expected them to be. Cute. Though I don't dare call that out. I'm assuming you're ready for bed?
I'm not exactly dressed for a fancy party, am I?
I guess you're right. Let me show you my room. We can set up there. Right. I allow Natsuki to enter my room.
Nice room, looks comfy.
It's nothing special, but it's home, I guess. She walks around for a short bit before sitting on my bed. What's up?
I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this kindness you're showing me. I've been so rude to you, and I'm still expecting you to just let me stay here? I think I did deserve all that shit you guys gave me earlier today. You are all right. Too damn afraid to face reality. I can't talk about how I feel with others. I can't.
This is my chance. This is how I can fix everything. If I make this better, then my own life will be better as a result. Natsuki, you're my friend, and my friends deserve all the kindness I can provide. I know recently I've been making a few questionable decisions that might not make you trust me, but I'm trying to make up for that. I'm more than happy to take you in tonight. Don't worry about that. She wipes away her tears.
Sorry you had to see that.
I should also thank you for helping me with Yuri and work things out. It's kind of admirable.
What is?
How mature you can actually be.
Oh. Can we just get to bed now? I'm tired.
Sure, let me get the lights. Shut off the lights and scooch in next to Natsuki, who's already facing away from me and covered by my blanket. The room is silent, with only my air conditioning breaking the silence with a psalm hum.
Hey, Monika.
The voice is soft as a gentle whisper. What is it?
Just so it's out there, I think you're a great leader. Can't imagine anybody else leading the club other than you.
Thanks, Natsuki, that means a lot. Close my eye to let out a heavy sigh. Not sure how much time has passed now, but I can already feel Natsuki's light breathing right beside me. It's a strange feeling, having someone sleep next to you. My mind is at ease and I feel extremely relaxed, which is a welcome change considering I can't even remember the last time I had a good night's rest. Can't help but smile. Yeah, maybe I've been wrong about them. Maybe this world is punishing me for everything I've wanted to do and tried to do. But I can fix this. Just have to be patient. I've made it this far anyway. I can do this. Move her over on my back and let my body completely relax, letting Natsuki's breathing lull me to sleep.
Huge. Huge development. Is the reset going to be Monika losing her memory? Or is it going to be Monika losing her self-awareness? One is more dramatic and would work well for story. The other would be convenient. Oh, one way to find out. Slam my hand on the alarm clock and rise up from bed. Last night was pretty rough. I think I'm finally getting a hold of my grade situation. One night? Damn, give me this dude's work ethic. I'll be having an afternoon tutoring session with some teachers to try and make up some assignments and improve some grades. This unfortunately means I won't be able to make it to the club meeting today. But it's for my own good. Plus, Siri is probably starting to worry about me, and that's the last thing I need. Probably the last thing she needs as well. Rub my eyes and yawn before I get up and get dressed. Let's do this. Progress arc. As I walk outside, I notice Siri's already waking up for me. Good morning, Bob. Morning, Siri. Hey, guess what? What? I have an after-school tutoring session today. It's about time I get some help with this stuff. Oh, that's great. Would you like for me to join you? But you'll miss the club meeting. I'd rather be with you. Well, who am I to deny that? Siri interlocks her arms with mine as we make our commute. Can we just get to the point? Can we just make this official? Come on now. Something feels off though. I feel like there's a reason she doesn't want to go to the club today. I have a feeling it's got to do with what happened yesterday. Guess it doesn't matter. Nobody really wants to tell me anyways. As we arrive at school, two familiar people walking together catch our eye. Hey, it's Natsuki and Monika. Usually you don't see those two walking with each other. Let's go say hi. Alright. So you make over to the unlikely pair. I notice Natsuki doesn't look too happy. Nor does Monika. Well, they could just be tired, but Siri is right. These girls usually walk together. They live on completely opposite ends of town as well. Being out of the loop has never felt so frustrating before. Morning, guys. Fancy seeing you here. I guess you're referring to the route we decided to take this morning. I usually don't see you walking this way. Natsuki neither.
Natsuki and I both decided to take a little different route to school.
Yeah, gotta change it up sometimes. You know how it is.
Of course, of course. Natsuki and Monika share glances with each other for a short moment. Well, we all better get going. We don't want to be late for class now, do we? You're right. Come on, Bob, let's get going.
Wait.
Before I could protest any further, Sayori grabs my arm and starts pulling me towards the school entrance. Despite Sayori rushing to her class, with the fear of being late, we arrive about 10 minutes early before classes start.
Brilliant.
So you aren't the slightest bit curious as to why we're walking together?
Not really. What is there to be curious about? We've all been friends for a while. Even you were surprised, though.
Admittedly, I was a bit worried to see them both come into school from the same area, but I quickly figured out why.
Huh? What? They had a sleepover last night. You know what that means, don't you?
They had a sleepover? What else could it...
They had a sleepover. They didn't invite us.
It is a way too early for you to be yelling like that. But I don't think I'd want to be invited anyway. It doesn't seem like something they want us to know. Going off how I acted this morning anyway.
You're right. That's a bit strange. What secrets could our president be hiding from us? Let's grab our tinfoil hats.
Okay, sorry. Nothing like that. Sure, I'm making something out of nothing. It's possible it just had something to do with what happened yesterday. Which, of course, you know about more than I do.
Yeah. You're right. I'll only talk about it with you if she decides to open up. Otherwise, my lips are totally sealed.
That's good then. You're a good friend for doing that.
And you're a good friend too. For not trying to get it out of me, of course.
Sayori suddenly gets close to me and lowers her voice to a whisper.
Because in all honesty, if you keep trying, I probably would have broken and told you.
What?
Oh, that's the bell for class. You better start getting to class too.
But what? Sayori playfully pushes me away before heading into her own class. I mean, not that it's a bad thing or anything, but she seems weirdly upbeat despite what happened yesterday. I don't know, it feels forced somehow. It's hard to tell with her sometimes. I reach my bag and head to class. I don't know what to make of Sayori acting like this. Probably just had a good time because both parents were there? I don't know. Still an hour left for lunch, but I really gotta use the bathroom. Slide the door closed behind me and make my way down the hallway. What Sayori's up to now? I hope she's doing alright in her classes. Never really thought about how she acts when I'm not around, honestly. Is it more of the same? Or does she take her mask off when she's not around her friends? I don't know if that's something I'll ever find out. Whoop! For a split second, I shut my eyes and could immediately tell who this was. There's only one person I keep bumping into. Sorry, Uki? Natsuki? That's what I meant to say.
I don't even want to ask. Just watch where you're going, idiot.
Okay, jeez. Another word, she walks down the hallway towards what I assume is her class.
Wait, what is it?
She quickly turns around, almost as if she expected me to call her out to her. You feeling okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, then. Would you like to join Sayori and me for lunch? We won't be making it to the club today, so...
Really? Why not?
I've got a tutoring to go to, and Sayori insisted she attended.
Ah, I see.
She looks down at the floor for a while. I'm not sure if anything specific happened between her and Sayori, but I can't be blamed for asking since I don't really know.
You think she'd be okay with that?
Huh? Why wouldn't she be? Is it because of...
Actually, forget I asked that.
I'll join you guys. I'll meet you both here. Oh, okay, great. See you then. She turns around and heads back down the hallway once again. You cannot ignore these flags. We cannot do this. As for me, I continue my trek towards the bathroom to finally relieve myself. All right, so far, my guess is that Yuri and Natsuki had a fight, maybe said a few things, and both of them regret. Sayori got involved somehow, and maybe Natsuki said some things she regrets, or maybe Sayori said some things, the latter of which doesn't seem likely. Not sure about Monika, though. That's a whole different mystery, it seems. Regardless, looks like some trouble happened in the club, and it's something I can't know about. Great. That's fantastic. Love being left out of things. Ah, yes. Safe space, happy place, yay. Sayori and I arrive at the cafeteria and head to our usual table. Natsuki's sitting at a table full of girls I've only seen a few times. She seems a little quiet for how rowdy the table is, but I should probably stop staring before I'm seen as the weird one.
I'm pretty hungry. Can't wait to dig in.
You're always hungry.
Hey, it's like calling me fat, meanie. It's absolutely not. It is too. Natsuki shows up shortly after we sat down, just as she promised. Oh hey, Natsuki, joining us for lunch? Yeah, I guess so. Natsuki keeps shooting glances towards that other table from earlier. They're laughing amongst themselves and genuinely having a good time. Anyway, what brings you for lunch today, Siri? What did you bring for lunch today, Siri? Well, remember how I said my dad came over yesterday? Well, he packed me this super cool lunch based on American cuisine. Cuisine, huh? Sounds fancy. Siri pulls her lunchbox from her school bag and stares us both down. She puts both hands on the table and begins to drumroll. Are you both ready for this? Just show us already. Here it is, ta-da! It's a cheeseburger. I know, right? Isn't it exciting? Shared confused look with Natsuki for a short moment. I should just let her have this. But at the same time, it's just a burger. What makes this show special from the burgers you get here? I'm glad you asked. A cooking connoisseur such as yourself would find this very interesting. What makes this burger so different that it's cooked in bacon grease, allowing the flavor of the bacon to seep into the meat. That sounds super gross, Siri. No offense to your dad. Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's definitely different from the burgers you'd find here. That's for sure. No, really. I thought the same thing too, but then I tried it and... pure bliss. Here, Natsuki, you can have half. What? No, it's okay, dude. You don't have to. It's your lunch. It's okay, I insist. It's honestly too big for me to finish anyway. Siri takes out a plastic knife and carefully, but somehow also clumsily, cuts the burger in half. You can't cut a burger in half without being clumsy. It doesn't happen. Looking at it again, it does seem a bit different. It's loaded with bacon and melted cheese. You usually don't find burgers like that around here. Siri finished cutting and hands half of the burger to Natsuki. Here you go. Thanks. Natsuki takes the burger and quickly begins to eat it. It just now occurred to me that Natsuki doesn't even have her lunch with her. Well, how is it? Good? Natsuki only nods as she continues eating. Well, where's my half? Hey, you already had your lunch. What did you bring anyway? Nothing special, just some white rice and some fried fish. Must be tough having to prepare and cook for yourself. Nah, not really. It's a bit time consuming, but owning an air fryer kind of makes things way easier. Are air fryers really that versatile? Well, clearly you don't own one. Well, I don't rely on air fryer to make most of my food. Touche. But work harder, not smarter. Smarter, not harder. Ha, you lose now. I don't make the rules, it's just how it is. What? Lose what? Siri, help me out here. She only shrugs. I grumble to myself and begin to eat my food in defeat. It is nice to see Natsuki smile, though. It's not often you get to see that. Oh, guys, let me tell you a story. So me and my dad usually watch this movie together when he comes home from overseas, right? And he showed me this movie that I've never seen before about a love story on a sinking ship. Titanic? Yeah, I'm familiar. Oh yeah, that one's pretty good. Yeah, I've seen that one too. I was left out this whole time? Well, anyway, I cried so much I went through an entire tissue box. You guys cried a lot too, right? I didn't. Nope, not me either. Don't make me feel left out, meanies. I get it from my dad, okay? He cried with me as he's seen the movie so many times. Hey, it's okay to cry. There's nothing wrong with expressing your emotions like that. I like it when a movie makes me cry, even though I can't really recall the last time it's happened. Yeah, heck, I've got manga to make me cry. So you're not alone. Just don't ever let that info leave this table or I'll beat you both up. My lips are sealed. Siri suddenly scoots up to Natsuki and whispers loudly, I would not trust Bob, however, he's an open book. What? Hey, you little... Reach over and attempt to grab Siri's ticklish spots to no avail. She then places a finger on my nose and giggles mischievously. Jeez. Telling you, you never really know when Siri's going to strike. Hey, doesn't matter to me one way or another. You two are fun to be around. By the way, Natsuki, how have you been feeling? Me? Is there anyone else named Natsuki around here? Alright, point taken. I've been doing okay, though. Just trying to take things day by day. That's great to hear. We continue having our conversation amongst ourselves, talking about everything but what happened yesterday. Well, you know what? I think it's for the best. I know, but whatever it is, she can work it out soon. Lunch is now wrapping up, and both Shiori and Natsuki get up from their seats at the same time. Well, back to the fray. Shiori, nobody says stuff like that anymore. Yeah, well, I do, so leave me alone, meanie. I raise my hands up in surrender. Shiori walks over and opens up her arms wide, inviting Natsuki for a hug. Actually, it looks more like Shiori is about to give her one regardless. Boundaries, Shiori, remember? Sorry. May I have a hug, please? Yeah, what the heck? You only get one. I can work with that. Siri and Natsuki share a small but tight embrace. Well, that's nice. Regardless of whatever happened yesterday, it's good to know that it wasn't enough to stop them from doing stuff like this. No, don't even think about it. Wouldn't dream of it. I'm a disease free, and I'd like to keep it that way. Natsuki gives me a friendly punch on my arm. Wait, are you saying I gave her something, Bob? What? No, where'd you even get that idea? We all laugh together as we clean up after ourselves and leave the cafeteria. So, tutoring time with your boy. Oh, music room. Huge.
I let out a sigh and hover my injured fingers over the piano keys. Alright, middle C is... It echoes in the room. A sigh as I slump in piano bench and stare at my hands.
Woo! Ugh.
They're too banged up to play anything complex, which only saddens me further. I check the time on the clock on the wall. Still a few more minutes until the club meeting starts. Bob, the character I thought was nothing more than a vessel for you, is acting completely on his own. And I never foresaw any of that. I'm even learning more about the girls, more than I ever even dreamed of learning. Everything that I thought I knew about them. With each passing day, I'm growing more wrong about everything. As I get up from the bench, the door slowly slides open, shocking me in the process. Oh, Yuri? What are you doing here? It's Natsuki. I don't know. She's in the club room by herself. We have to talk to her about what happened yesterday, but I don't think I can do this without you. Without me? Why me? You always know the right things to say. And I think if you're there with me, she'll be more willing to see reason.
You don't think that two of us are going up against her this way will cause her to...
I know what the consequences are. Sorry. I'm just worried about her.
I understand. Let's just treat it as a normal club meeting. If she wants to talk to us, we'll be there. We'll make that clear too. Yuri and I walk out of the music room together. Interestingly, Yuri is constantly keeping her hand on her chest, almost as if to monitor her heartbeat.
Hey, it's going to be okay. We're her friends, right? You're one of her closest friends too, aren't you? I don't really know for certain. I would like to be. But there are these things that she does that makes me think otherwise. But the bond we do have at the moment is just something I can't let go. That's why we have to help her and be there for her. Right. Let's head in then.
Yuri and I walk into the club room like normal. Hey, Natsuki. You're here kind of early, aren't you? Yeah, it's not a problem, is it?
Not at all. Just surprise is all. I'm sure you also heard about Bob and Yuri being out for the tutoring?
Yeah, which reminds me. What's the plan for today? Because I kind of want to read on my own.
Well, I was hoping the three of us could have a talk.
From the corner of my eye, I see Yuri nervously nod. About what? What is there to talk about?
Well, we can't just pretend yesterday events didn't happen. Monika's right. We have to work this out. We have to...
Natsuki visibly gets angry again. I've had enough of this, alright? I'm done. I don't even want to see you right now. You betrayed my trust and you think I'd be willing to forgive you for that?
I'd never do anything to you. I just want to know why you're not facing the facts. Your friends aren't real friends. They're the most toxic individuals in this entire school.
Because I don't know how to let them go, alright? There's so much you just don't get. You don't understand me. I can't be alone again. I just can't. Natsuki starts walking backwards and buries her face in her hands. Her breathing is very erratic and now sounds like she's hyperventilating. Yuri immediately rushes over and places her hand on Natsuki's shoulders. Natsuki struggles a bit, but gives in right away. She instead starts to calm down and control her breathing. I can only watch in disbelief. The way Yuri is able to comfort her like that without hesitation is admirable, and honestly sort of overwhelming in a way. Suddenly, Natsuki pushes Yuri away and wipes her tears away. I'm going to sit over there. Before Yuri and I could protest, she walks off to her usual reading spot. She sits down without any book or manga and just lets out a heavy sigh. Yuri and I share concerned glances with one another, barely able to process what just happened a few seconds ago. Without saying anything, Yuri and I walk towards Natsuki calmly. Oh, cool. New background. Natsuki stares off towards the other side of the classroom, not really making eye contact with either of us.
Yuri and I sit down nearby and look at her.
This isn't how I want you guys to see me today. I just want to have a normal club meeting. No drama, no stupidity. Just a normal meeting. Is that so much to ask?
Ignoring your problems isn't the right move, Natsuki.
You weren't supposed to know those problems. Your stupid Yuri just blurted them out.
Don't call her that. You don't mean that.
Whatever.
I'm sorry, Natsuki. Shouldn't have told anyone about this. It was my mistake, and I'm deeply sorry about that. I'm not very good with these things. I want to help my friends, but I don't really know how to go about doing that.
Didn't really need your help, though.
Do you believe that yourself?
You have no idea how hard it is for me to admit this. Even if I did, what could you possibly do to get me out of it? These friends aren't perfect, but what friends are?
That's a good point. But you're not stupid, Natsuki. I know you aren't. Surely you can see the difference between how we treat you versus them. There's a reason why you come to this club besides reading and writing poems, is there?
Well, yeah. But you don't get it. I can't just let them go. No matter how badly they treat me, it's really difficult to let them go because I've already formed a bond with them.
Can you stop saying that?
Saying what?
That I don't get it. It's annoying.
As if you...
I do. I already told you yesterday, Natsuki. You're just like me. Any bond that I make, I end up in an endless cycle of mistrust and fear to the point of pushing them away. But the ones I do make, they mean so much to me. Being alone most of my life, even just one friend makes a whole world of a difference. And for you, I can imagine you only stay with them because they were your first friends for a long time. Would I be wrong in assuming that you can't let go of those bonds because you fear you would end up alone?
Natsuki sighs. No, you'd be right. Can't really fathom the idea of leaving my friends behind. Scared of ending up alone.
She pauses.
You both remember when Sayori brought Bob into the club?
I nod along with Yuri.
Do you remember how awful I was to him at first? Didn't really deserve that, but I couldn't help it either. Don't really like change when it comes to friends I've already bonded with, even though none of us were super duper close yet. Plus, it really did seem like he was only here because of us, as in trying to get all of us in bed with him or something. Sure, it was pretty obvious that he was hanging out with me the most for a while, at least.
Yuri giggles, I stay silent.
I have a hard time telling if people are being genuine or not.
Same here. Guess that's why I've always wanted to become your friend, Natsuki. Despite our differences, we understand each other, even though you try your best to deny that.
Yeah, I'm really sorry about that. Struggle with that sort of thing because, well, you both know already that my relationship with my dad isn't the greatest. I don't really want to push it with those details. There's a part of me that just can't go against him like that. I love him too much. But I will say that I know that's part of where this all stems from. And I want to get better at it. I just need help.
That's what we're here for. Yeah, I'm not perfect, but I'm sure last week proved that. But I want to try and be that club president you all met when you first started this club together. And I want to start by helping you get through this.
I don't deserve this. I've always been so mean to you all. I can't...
Natsuki, you're very strong for opening up like this. You made the first step, and it's most a challenging one. There's a lot of people who can't do this on their own. Even I couldn't do it. Sayori and Bob had to help me. Sayori's advice to me was acknowledging a problem is the first step to solving that problem. Yuri gets out of the desk and reaches her hand out. And you've made that first step all by yourself. Natsuki stares at Yuri's hand and is shocked for a few moments.
Heh. Sayori can be really smart when she puts her mind into something.
I guess that's probably why I made Sayori my vice president. Wasn't aware that she was literally coded to be vice president, at least not at that point. I made her vice president because I saw how much she cared about everyone. And despite everything I've been through, that aspect of her seems to ring true even now. Natsuki takes Yuri's hand and gets up from the floor. The two share an understanding glance before nodding slyly. Well, I'm glad things all worked themselves out. You did amazing, Natsuki. I'm proud of you.
Proud? Of me? I don't think anyone has ever told me that before. Thank you, I think.
I'm proud of you both, actually. You both have changed so much since the first time I met you two. Getting the opportunity to see you both grow like this is amazing. And I'm glad you both are members of the literature club. I'm glad to be a member here too.
As am I. Though, I don't really want this to end.
What do you mean?
There's more to my story that I think you're ready to share with you. So as long as you promise that you won't let this conversation ever leave this room.
We promise.
Pinky promise. Natsuki sticks out her pinky, to which Yuri and I take turns wrapping our own around hers. Here. Okay.
Natsuki takes a deep breath and seems to visibly relax.
You're all going to have to bear it with me here. It isn't easy for me. I'd first like to apologize for lashing out at you this past 2 days. Things are getting rough, here at school and at home too. Yuri, do you remember on Sunday how my dad kept constantly calling and messaging me?
Yuri nods.
So, don't tell Sayori this. Told my dad about her suicide attempt a few days after it had happened. Didn't really know who else to talk about it, so I went to him. I'm guessing he started to get pretty worried about me, which is such a weird feeling because... Natsuki paused for a moment.
I already know about her father. I have ever since my epiphany struck. I had planned to make things worse for her. I planned to really ruin her life. Make her undesirable. And now I'm standing here listening to her lament about it all.
Because I never really been close with him at all. But that's besides the point. My dad and I have never really gotten along. We always fight and argue. He never sees things my way, and I find it so frustrating. And he always forcing me to try and be something I'm not.
She pauses for a moment.
Never really bonded with my dad. Sure, he'll take me out to shopping or for ice cream, but it never really helped. Things have been this way for years. So when he suddenly starts worrying about me because of what happened, it's like he's doing it for his own benefit instead of actually caring. Because where was his worrying whenever I actually needed him? Sorry.
Natsuki sniffles and rubs her tears away.
I've never really talked about this stuff with anyone before. I guess I never really saw it as a big deal. But that being said, I've never been good at expressing my feelings. Even though I always want to. The words just never come out right. And I always end up sounding like a big dummy. I think after everything that's happened, the least I can do is try to talk about how I feel. It's just so hard to confide in people. I think that is something that has to do with my relationship with my dad. Even hinting at it to my friends leads them to just tell me the same old family is still family, even with all those fights. And that's just so hard to believe, you know? Parents shouldn't be cheap with groceries to the point where all I have to make for lunch is some rice and whatever else is in the fridge that week. Parents shouldn't tell their daughter that they can take care of themselves just because they're in high school. That makes no sense. Parents shouldn't tell their daughter that her emotions are invalid just because they didn't feel the same way about it. Father shouldn't tell me that I'm being overdramatic, lazy, weird, and not acting the way a lady should. I wish my dad would just be there for me when I need him. I wish my papa didn't let me go through this all on my own.
Natsuki nearly collapses into Yuri's arms, prompting Yuri to quickly hold her up and keep her from falling. I never realized. Gently rub my cheek and find that it's soaked with my own tears. Natsuki's sobs fill the room, leaving Yuri and I completely at a loss for words. I think we've both come to a non-verbal agreement that we should allow Natsuki to let everything out. Because, now that I think about it, she's really been through a lot. And I think that's my fault. Kickstarting Sayori's depression was my fault, wasn't it? And that's why this reset is happening to me. But I'm here fixing that. At least, I hope so. I really do want to help them. Right? Natsuki picks herself up from Yuri's arms and tries to calm herself down.
I'm a big dummy for telling all of you this. Big stubborn idiot. Because I know that even after all of this, I'm not going to change. I'll end up saying the exact same way.
That's not true. And if you keep saying that, you'll end up believing it.
Yuri's right. If you have to keep thinking you won't change, then you really won't.
Sure, actions speak louder than words, but sometimes words that are what allow you to take action in the first place. Start believing in yourself a bit more. Believe you can change for the better.
This isn't easy for me. I can't just switch it up from one day to the next. But that isn't suddenly going to start treating me better. That's here to stay.
Doesn't have to be anything drastic. Just small little changes can make a world of difference. May I make a suggestion? Natsuki wipes away her tears and looks directly at me, her tears glistening under the lights. Start hanging out with us a bit more, in place of your other friends.
What? Didn't you just hear anything I said a few minutes ago? I can't do that.
I know, I understand that, but you've already kind of been doing that the last 2 weeks, haven't you?
Yeah, I guess I have.
There you go then. You've already made your first steps.
There's still so much about me I don't like.
Same here. You're not the only one who feels this way, Natsuki.
What do you mean? You're like basically perfect.
Yeah, that's not true. You don't really think that, do you?
I'm not going to repeat myself.
I'm not perfect. I'm flawed. But what human being isn't? I've battled with anxiety for years, and I've hated parts of myself for the same amount of time. I still have parts of myself that I really don't like. So, I think you have the wrong idea about me.
There's still things I admire about you, Yuri. Never thought I'd ever admit these things to you, but here I am. First of all, your patience with others, and especially me, is insane. Like, despite me being the most stubborn person you'll ever, you still stick around. Heck, I think I even hated that part about you for a little bit. Because in my mind, I thought that there were... Holy dyslexia moment. Christ almighty. Because in my mind, I thought that there wouldn't be anybody willing to actually listen to me vent about stupid stuff like online arguments and shitty reviews of my favorite manga. But you were there anyway, listening away and making me feel like I belonged somewhere. Just hate how you always talk down to yourself sometimes. That's annoying because you're too stupid to see that you're actually a good friend.
I guess it's just hard for me. There are things I admire about you too. Your persistence to keep your friends together is stellar. The way you took action when Monika and I had our disagreement is something I would have never been able to do. Not on my own. Admittedly, your persistence to stay with those awful friends of yours can be quite aggravating, but admirable nonetheless. The point is, I see things in you that you probably don't see in yourself. And I guess the same goes for you. I know we really got off on the right foot in terms of our friendship. And I know we disagree on plenty of things, but I'm proud to call you my friend. Natsuki smiles slightly. Can't help but realize I've been completely silent during all of this, but I guess Natsuki did consider me to be a middleman in this situation.
I'm glad you're my friend too. I'll try my best to improve myself. But only if you promise to do it too.
Yuri giggles. Of course, I look forward to working on that together. Natsuki suddenly turns and looks towards me.
Hey, Monika. I don't think I've ever shown my appreciation of what you've done for me here. Well, for us. You all make me feel safe here. This club, it's become a safe space for me. Despite everything that's happened the last few weeks, I can't lie and say that it hasn't been fun sometimes. Being able to have some other people to hang out. Being able to have some other place to hang out in that doesn't involve any other friends sort of way feels nice. I was worried things would have been different after Sayori. Well, you both already know. But you all have made this club an amazing place, even with all of its rough patches. So thank you. To the both of you, and Sayori as well. She's great at making you feel cared for, isn't she? And her hugs are they're alright, I guess.
Yuri and I share a small chuckle.
Can't forget about Baba either. Can be kind of slow and annoying at sometimes, but he has his moments. He's smarter than he gives himself credit for. Don't tell him I said any of that. The last thing we need is for an ego-inflated Bob.
We all laugh again.
Kind of gay with them not being here, though. Gotta make the whole thing just easier to get off my chest. Feels great. Huge.
Yuri, without warning, walks over to Natsuki and gives her a hug. Natsuki starts in protest a tiny bit, but doesn't resist. Instead, she slowly hugs back.
Sayori's rubbing off on you.
I guess she is.
Let's go. So, like, what's actually to do with these things? Like, they're freaking everywhere. Would you ever get one? Nah, they're way too expensive right now. But I'd like to get one day for sure. Place my hands over my head and groan. Ugh, my brain hurts. You did great today, though. You worked really hard.
Sorry, Sayori. It's just
I had some vodka just now. It's insane. We want some? I mean, yeah, it was nice to get some stuff done. Doesn't help the headache, though. You have an opinion other than mine? Silence, wench! Sayori laughs as she pulled out her phone and texts someone. Sorry, gotta go check on the club. You know how it goes. Right, you're always keeping up with that, huh? I have to, it's my duty. Right, nothing wrong with that. You're vice president after all. Do you think things went okay for them today? I hope so. I'm worried about Natsuki. That makes sense. Well, I have to get ready and head out to my session. Hopefully, be able to handle this tomorrow. Don't stress about it too much. Try my best. Right. See you around then, Sayori. Sayori cheerfully walks over to her house and gets ready. Chuckle to myself as I readjust my bag and head home. Guess I'm starting to trust her a little bit more. She seems happier, more carefree, like her old self. The only reference level I have is her old self, who's years old at this point. What I know about her now is... reach my front door and unlock it, and head inside. I throw my bag on the couch and get ready to prepare some dinner. I find myself thinking about Sayori's therapy sessions and the effectiveness of those sessions. I've never been one to question on the professionals, but I've also never found myself in a situation where my friends is relying on them either. Is she doing a good job? Are they encouraging her to take pills regularly as they prescribed? Is her therapist able to get through her? Helping her understand her feelings and helping her get better? I don't know. I wish I did know. I wouldn't be constantly worried about it. But maybe that's my fault. Maybe I'm being silly like she says. Gather up all the ingredients and switch on the stove. Your Sayori impression is amazing. Thank you. I appreciate it. And if that was sarcastic, go fuck yourself. No, you're fine. Oh, it's funny. Nah, I try my best. I feel like everyone kind of has like the same voice for everyone. I feel like Sayori is a bit up in the air. Like you can either go for like a silly voice, like most people have for Natsuki, or you can go for like a happy-go-lucky, bubbly kind of vibe. Because Monika is just very serious, mostly monotone, very in control of her speech. Yuri is very much a soft-spoken person, so you just put on the soft voice. Natsuki, you just kind of do whatever, as long as you... It's gonna sound really terrible, you just make her sound like a midget. Because if you look at the characters, right? Like, the actual canonic heights, she is really short. Like, really short for being in high school. But that's being, you know, malnourished and whatnot. Yeah, we get it. But that's my thought process behind it. I walked to the club with Sayori and placed my bag on a desk. School was, well, it was just that. School. Walk over to Natsuki and Yuri, who are... The fuck? Where did that come from? A very excited Natsuki slams a strange plushie onto the desk like a gravel and stares at Sayori and I intensely. I'm not gonna lie. That kind of jump scared me. Ooh, what's that, Natsuki? Is that what I was telling you about yesterday? And she has one. Heh, I knew Bob would know what these are. They basically got their own cult following now. And this one is the rarest there is. No kidding, I've tried looking into getting one of these. It's near impossible these days. Heh, follow me. We follow Natsuki to her bag and watch her open it up. No way. Holy guacamole, you have a lot. Yeah, I bought a few before they became massive memes online. Guess you just saw their value before anyone else did. Well, I can't lie and say I'm not jealous. Something feels different about you though, Nats. Seem a lot more... Don't call me that. Oh. Sorry. I was just saying you seem a lot more, peppy? Guess we're just in a good mood today. Also, did anyone notice Monika hasn't come in yet?
I tried mentioning that earlier, but you seem to be more excited about your funny-looking plushies.
Yeah, they are pretty funny looking, aren't they? They are. I kind of want one now, too. Hey, I could give you one if you'd like. Excuse me? What about me? No, Natsuki, I couldn't. These seem very rare and special to you. I'm gonna take that away from you. What? I was not expecting another one. Ooh, you want the plushie? Ooh. Oh, you're absolutely positively sure you want to give it to me? Sure, why not? It makes you feel any better. I actually wanted to give you one as a gift from me. You know, show my appreciation and all that. Well, if that's the reason, then who am I to refuse?
Actually, if you don't mind, Siri, I'd like to have that one. I quite like her design.
Oh, no problem. Natsuki hands over the plushie to Yuri and reaches into her bag for another one. Am I going to get one too? Yeah, just wait your turn. What do you think of this one, Sayori? She's cute, I'll take her. Fumo B upon ye? Got smacked in the feckin' face. Despite being surprised by Natsuki's trick, Sayori catches the plushie on her first try. Wow, she's so soft. Before Natsuki reaches into her bag, the club doors slide open, and in walks the woman of the hour.
Hey everyone. Sorry, guess I'm late again.
The rest of us share confused and concerned glances with one another. Yeah, but it's alright, no need to worry. Natsuki was just handing out some presents for us is all.
Presents?
Yeah, check it out, Monika, I got you one too. Natsuki reaches into her bag and pulls out another plushie. Here, this one's for you. Is that a bunny one? Natsuki hands it to Monika. Monika looks at it closely, squishing it a few times and rubbing it. What's wrong? You look like you're checking it for drugs or something.
Oh, no, it's not that. I guess we're just admiring how strange it looks.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's a bad thing, though. And here's yours, Bob. What in the fucking... What is this? Oh, these sound effects are great. Amazing. Did I say that sarcastically, or do I don't know. By the way, this reminds me of an amazing joke I read online the other day. Why couldn't the stuffed animal go to the dinner party?
Why?
Because he was already stuffed. Suddenly, Monica stifles a chuckle.
Alright, that got me. That's a good way to lift my spirits.
That joke was awful, though. Admittedly, you can't even go a few days without a modern meme or joke already being dead or funny.
Well, I have a soft spot for old and classic jokes like Sierra just told. They're somewhat timeless in the fact that everyone can get them, funny or not. Modern humor doesn't really have that attribute.
True, I can agree with that. One week, everyone will be talking about the same meme, and the next week, it can be something entirely new. It can get hard to keep up sometimes.
Yeah, but you always have classics like,
don't trust stairs.
Oh, and why is that?
They're always up to something.
See, it even got Yuri.
Yeah, it was alright. It really got you though, didn't it?
It did. Combining the fact that I'd never heard that one before and Siri's funny expressions make me laugh.
That was actually pretty good. I mean, way better than a stuffed animal one.
Humor is subjectively, Bob. They always say that judging someone based on what they find funny is illogical.
Who says that?
Me.
Right. That's sure to shoot your credibility through the roof.
She's right, though. What someone finds funny shouldn't be a sure shot way of determining someone's character.
What about those jerks online who are overly edgy or laugh at objectively tragic and horrible things?
You make up a good point. What does everyone else think? I think finding humor in something horrible is a naturally coping mechanism for someone. Maybe, it's too... Fucking Christ, what dialogue, Yuri, please. Maybe it's to mask how they truly feel about it. Or maybe it's something an actual human reaction to try and find the silver lining in what is otherwise a horrible situation. I think Sierra and Monica's point still stands. Even if someone makes a joke about a tragic event, there's still not enough to judge them as a person.
Your humor can be a bit too cynical at times. I'd say it suits you perfectly.
How so?
Well, go ahead and just say a joke, I'll prove it.
Okay then. What's another way to describe good luck?
Everyone but Natsuki shrugs their shoulders.
Misfortune happening to everyone else.
It's not so much funny as just plain true. I'd do anything and try to have some good luck come my way. Fact of the matter is, there's a general consensus we can all come to here. And it's that humor can give you insight into someone's personality, but it doesn't completely define them. I agree. And there's another thing we can all agree on too. Shiori squishes her new plushie and holds it up to everyone to see. These things are hilarious and amazingly cute. We all laugh together. All except Monika, who only smiles as she looks down at her new plushie. She's not expecting gifts. The club meeting ends after a bit more discussion on what other things we could do to make the club meetings interesting. As everyone else leaves the room, I notice Monika's not really getting ready to leave. She keeps staring at the plushie and squishing it. Hey, Monika, anything the matter? Keep staring at the plushie Natsuki gave you. If you don't like it, I'd be happy to take it off your hands.
I'm sorry, but that's a no. You're not going to pull a fast one on me.
Damn. Well, other than that, I also noticed you look pretty tired. Looks like you haven't slept in a while.
I'm doing fine. What about you? You don't look so good yourself.
Yeah, I'm not that great at hiding it. Admittedly, these past few days have been killing me, but I think I can manage. Besides, Yuri could give me an earful if I start slacking off again.
That does sound like her. You're a great friend for trying to keep her happy despite everything that has happened. Much better than I am.
Whoa, hey, give yourself a bit more credit. I've been trying these past few days too, despite what happened. And all on top of that, the work you've already have as a president, I don't know. I don't even know what I would do if I was in your place.
I try my best.
Also, before I get going, I don't think I ever got to thank you for the advice you gave about trusting Sayori.
Huh?
Yeah, Sayori seemed pretty happy when I decided to give her some space, like you said.
Really? Gosh, I mean, I was just saying what I thought would have helped at the time. Didn't think it would actually helped.
Yeah, thanks for that. I've been meaning to ask your opinion on something as well.
What is it?
Sayori's pills, her antidepressants.
Oh,
Yeah, sorry, I know it's a bit sensitive subject.
well, I don't know if I'm really qualified.
Well, you two used to be really close, right? All I really want to know is, like, if you think they'll help her get better or not.
I think they could, but sometimes... No, I probably shouldn't say anything more than that.
So that is probably not the best to pursue further from what I've gathered. It seems like everyone's got a different take on these things. Be lying if I said it isn't frustrating to not get a direct answer on this, though. Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
Sure. Sorry if my answer wasn't really the one you were looking for.
You're good, no worries. Also, if you're still not interested in the plushie you've got, I'm just a text away at no. Damn.
I'll see you later, Bob.
Nope, no second plushie for you, boy. I should just be happy with what I got, the hell. Walk out of the club room and meet up with Sayori and Natsuki. I really realized the little we do in there, but it's still nice in its own way. It's cool to have a place to unwind and hang out in. Natsuki decides to tag along with us on our way home. Not really sure why. I'm guessing it has to do with us not being at the club meeting yesterday. So yeah, that's why I recommend that manga for you to check out.
Sounds fun. I've always wanted to try and get into manga, but I don't know. I guess nothing ever really caught my eye.
I'd say it's worth a shot. The one I recommend should be something you'd like.
Oh, I wanted to ask you something.
Oh, sure, what's that?
You've been super duper nice to everyone today. I wanted to know why.
Siri? Sometimes there doesn't need to be a reason for it. No, she's right. Just don't really know how to answer a question like that.
Sorry, Natsuki. I guess I'm just feeling a bit insecure. Ever since a fight a few days ago, I feel like you've started to hate me. I know it can be a little pushy, and I'm really sorry about that.
Whoa, dude, don't be. It's okay. It's not your fault at all. I've been going through some stuff lately. While I admit you guys did push it that way, I know you did it because you all cared. It's hard for me to realize that. I made a pretty big decision today, one that didn't feel good to do. At lunch, I decided that I was going to find Yuri and hang out with her. And I decided that was the last time I'd ever hang out with those other friends of mine. But that whole thing was really the reason I just felt the need to be extra nice to everyone. Especially you, Sayori. I had no right to be mad at you. You were only doing what you do best. I don't know. Guess I'm just trying to compensate for something. Maybe feeling that loss of friendship is something that I'm just trying to ignore. But I can't. And I'm afraid of losing you all too. Sounds to me like you did something really brave. From what I heard about them, your friends never really sounded like friends. And I know it's hard letting any kind of bonds go, as Sayori quickly glanced at me. Very difficult. But you have me and the rest of the club. We're here for you, and you're here to help you smile. That's what I'm afraid of. I don't want you guys to go out of your way and try to make me feel better. We're your friends. It's not even close to a burden to be there for you. He's right. It's super hard to understand sometimes. Well, that's what friends do for each other. True friends. That's what we all are, right? Sayori opens her arms to invite Natsuki for a hug. Two girls wrap their arms around each other and giggle lightly. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you having you two as friends. No, I'm not too good at expressing that. As long as you do your best. Of course. We should totally hang out sometime. You're not just saying that because you want free cupcakes, are you? Curses, fooled again. We all laugh together. See you two dorks tomorrow. Natsuki walks off towards the other side of the school while waving goodbye to the both of us. Well, that was nice. Yeah, kind of a relief too. You don't think that's selfish of me to think, do you? Not at all. You got the weight off your shoulders, and I think that's a good thing. Well, let's head home, yeah? I'm beat.
Sure.
Let's go. Small little touches on this mod. The music ambience, like the environmental, like the birds chirping. Good addition. Like it. Hey, you think Natsuki's changed over the last few weeks?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, how she acts around us. You pointed it out yourself.
Oh, I mean, I wasn't really trying to pry into her business. But yeah, I noticed it. She's not super different to where I'd consider her being changed, though. It's more like she's more comfortable with us.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I didn't get to ask how your session went yesterday. Oh, that's okay. It went as well as you'd expect.
That's the thing. I don't really know what I should be expecting from those things.
It's kind of boring. Well, not boring for me, but probably boring to anyone else.
I see. Do they help?
Of course, lots.
Oh, that's good. What about your medicines? Have they been keeping up with those too?
Yeah,
If there's anything you need to talk about, just a phone call away.
I know. I actually want you to promise me something.
Of course, anything.
Can you promise me not to make such a big deal of my pills?
Blink a few times to process what you just asked me. Yeah, sure, no problem.
Actually, it's pinky promise, the most sacred of pinky promises.
Sure, as long as you promise me you'll follow through and keep up with them. Hold out my pinky as she does the same.
There, we are now pinky bound. I'll see you later, Bob.
Shuri and I wave goodbye and I watch her turn and walk towards her house. Same way I always have these last few weeks. Today's different though. I'm sure she understands why I'm asking about her medicine, right? Is that a normal thing for a friend to be concerned about? I don't know, maybe I'm being too nosy. But even still, I want to call out to her. I want to tell her how I really meant what I said. That I'd always be there. I'm more than just a phone call away. That I love you. I form a fist in my hand and lightly hit it against my leg. Turn around and walk towards my house. Now we come to the confession arc. Huge. Oh, she's watching Comey. That's funny. How much of this is allowed? I'm wondering, like, Wait, is this me? This is me. Man, Natsuki's right, this is good. I mean, sure, I basically decided to watch the anime instead of the manga, but I'm a lazy guy. Watching instead of reading is just plain easier. That might be enough for anime for one night, though. I should probably clean up a bit around here before going to bed. Komi-san is pretty good. Get up from the couch and start cleaning up the kitchen, which is still a bit messy from dinner earlier. It was a bit difficult to get used to it at first, being my own at such a young age. But I've been able to manage. It's got easier over time. Because when you're by yourself, things start clicking. Can't believe that just for 4 years, you'd basically have to pay me to wash the dishes and take out the trash. And now I feel dirty even just leave a few items out of place. Got this adulting thing figured out. Say that, but I gotta have some music blasting while I clean. Otherwise, I'll just get reminded of how lonely I am. Pull out my phone and search for some random soundtracks of my favorite video games. God, that's fucking mood. There, this one is perfect. Grab the broom from nearby and hold it to one side like a sword. All right, messy kitchen, I'm sorry. Flip the broom around in position to get ready to sweep. It has to be this way. I quickly dash around the kitchen, sweeping up any food scraps or trash that ended up there. At the same time, I grab the wet rag from off the counter and begin wiping my dinner table down. God, I'm so good at cleaning! The clean princess. Place the broom back where it came from and wipe the sweat off my forehead. Just like that. Until next time, kitchen. Next time is tomorrow, but yes, I walk over to my trash can and remove the bag. Tie a neat little knot, throw it over my back, and head outside. Walk over to the large garbage bin and toss the bag inside. Looking over at Surya, I see... Surya, what she's doing on the roof? She's just laying there, looking up at the sky. Letta's also seen nearby, which is probably how she got up there in the first place. Should I go over, or should I just call and ask? I don't want to scare her, so... Pick up my phone from the counter and navigate to Surya's contact. I still love this little phone icon. It's very cute.
Hey, Bob, what's up?
Hey, Shuri, just wondering what the heck you're doing up there.
Oh, you can see me?
Can you see me waving? No, silly, I'm inside my house. Want me to come over? Seems fun over there. No, you weren't invited. Oh. Kidding, come over. All right, we'll be there in a jiffy. I got my phone and I look down and still I got my sweat stains on my shirt. I better freshen up a bit first. Good call. Let's not get all greasy in front of our potentially future girlfriend. Oh, Sayori! Sayori head pokes out from the other side of the roof. Hey! Don't get so close to the edge, you'll fall. That's okay, you'll catch me, won't you? No, I'd let you fall. Sayori pouts. Kidding, can I come up? Of course. Walk over towards the ladder and make my way up. Oh, she still covers it up. Okay, understood. So, sit next to Sayori and use my feet to keep myself stable as the roof isn't exactly the flattest of areas. Mind telling me what you're doing up here? Just wanted to relax and look at the stars. Yeah, that is pretty nice. Here, lay back like this. Sayori leans back and rests her hands below her waist. I follow suit. Wow. Guess I never really taken in the time to look at the sky like this. It's really pretty. I know, right? We used to do this a lot. Or I used to do this a lot. I guess I sort of forgot I enjoyed doing this. Yeah. Know any constellations? I know where the sun is. I guess not. Actually, Sayori raises her arm and points in a certain direction. Right there is the Little Dipper. Wait, what? For real? Try to find where Sayori is pointing to no avail. It might be difficult to see. Here, get a little closer to me. You can see what I see better that way. Carefully slide closer to Sayori, feeling my face turn a bit hot as I make contact with her skin. Contact with woman! There we go. Saying everything's better than DDLC is a mockery. That's just fake news. I don't condone fake news around these parts, Nez. She points to the sky again. There, see that bright star? If you look next to it. I squint. Sure enough, there's a small group of stars forming the shape of a square spoon. Oh wow, yeah. Guess that's the Little Dipper. How'd you know that? I just told you I used to do lots of stargazing. Thought you were kidding. Nope. Let me see. Turn a sneaky glance at Sayori. Her tongue is sticking out as she seemingly tries to concentrate and remember where certain things are. Ah, that's Orion's belt. Look there. She points again. This time, these stars are a lot easier to pinpoint. Ah, those lined up there. I see those. Yeah, you can trace Orion himself and take his bow too. She begins to trace the night sky with her finger. Can't really see what she's doing, but I'll let her have this. Oh, and do you see that big reddish orange and just one above the belt, the stars? Yeah, that one. I see it. That star is called Betelgeuse. It's super huge and it's one of the largest stars visible to the naked eye. Wow, didn't know that. You're super knowledgeable in this stuff. I never would have guessed. Like I said, I guess I just forgot about it. Yeah. Stay quiet for a while. Continue observing the stars, not really knowing what else to say next. I miss this. Being able to come here and just forget about how awful the world can be sometimes. Yeah. The vastness of space makes me feel so small. Like nothing I even do matters. Well, maybe not in the grand scheme of space, but it matters to the people around you. Life is what you make of it and all that. I guess so. It's hard to make something of my life. Not when I've basically got these voices in my head telling me I can't. It's sort of like life is just one big exam. I sure didn't study for it. Sayori giggles. I mean, you're not the only one who feels that way. Yeah, I know, I'm still selfish, aren't I? No, I didn't mean like that. It's okay, I know you didn't. Stay silent again. Hey, what's up? You think Monika's okay? What makes you think she isn't? You saw how she was when we walked in today. She looked so lost. Like she'd lost something. I didn't really notice. She looked a bit tired, but that was all I got from that. I want to talk to her. She really haven't found the right moment. I guess you guys haven't talked much outside of the club, right? Uh-huh. Even Natsuki got to talk to her. Just a horrible friend. That's not true. It is. Guess I'm just afraid she'll push me away or I'll annoy her. Sure, she wouldn't react like that. She's been working real hard to make the club a better place for all of us. I think that says a lot about her if I'm being honest. Maybe, maybe not.
Guess there's not really much I can do about that now.
You can always try tomorrow, maybe over the weekend.
Shiori turns to look at me. Yeah. I'll think about that. She turns back and looks towards the sky. Her left arm is still tightly pressed against mine. The warmth of her body is helping me deal with someone brisk fall night we are spending our time in. Is it the right time to bring up how I feel with her? No, not yet. I can't do that to her. I'm scared of what'll happen if I tell her. Hey, Bob.
What's up?
How many years did we not speak to each other?
Oof, guilt trip time.
Shiori jolts alert at me. No, I don't want to guilt trip you. I was just looking for things to talk about.
It's alright. I'm willing to look past the trauma.
Jokingly placed my hand on my chest, which warrants a friendly shove from her. Don't do that, Meanie. I would feel really bad. I really do feel bad.
It's not your fault that we sort of did our own things for a while. If anything, I should have tried harder to wait around for you in the mornings.
Yeah. I don't know. She sighs. I have my own regrets too. Shiori turns to look at me. I feel like I left you behind. Never really felt that way before, but looking back now, I guess I don't know. I didn't really know how I felt about you. Her eyes seemed to open widely and glinted a little. Felt about me? Not important. The fact is that I sort of forgot the kind of friendship we used to have. Not relationship. I don't want to put relationship into this conversation. I mean, a lot of changes from first year to fourth. People grow, change, experience various hardships and moments of prosperity. Those are big words coming from you. You've really been studying lately, huh? Give Shiori a friendly jab with my elbow. Anyway, all I'm trying to say is we both changed. For better or for worse. What matters is we're together now. Shiori smiles to look back towards the sky. My life's completely changed just a few weeks ago. Even though I'm trying to desperately to make it like it always was. But I see the looks I get from people. From my friends. My own parents. Can't go back to those happier times before all this happened. Even you. She turns back to look at me, her eyes looking somewhat empty. Your re-entering my life doesn't make this feel normal. Even though I've known you since we were kids. It's like my brain won't believe it. It's almost as if you're here for something other than me. Feel her body tense up as she turns back to normal. I know that doesn't even make sense, but those are my words my brain is choosing right now. That night, it's all very fuzzy. It's probably why I'm even able to find the strength to talk about it. All I can remember is feeling very empty. I sometimes get flashes back to that night. My complete lack of inhibition, the disorienting feeling of going backwards in an ambulance, and the complete lack of fear. This all just feels like a dream that you can only remember bits and pieces of. Almost like it never even happened. She gently rubs 2 fingers across her neck. But I know it did. I'm trying very, very hard to try and accept that. Suddenly, Shiori's left hand starts moving around, searching for mine. Quickly give in and hold her hand tightly. I hope you can still accept me, even with all my flaws. She looks at me, her eyes now full of emotion. I hope that you will always be there for me. Of course I will. Both look back towards the sky again. We stay up here for a bit longer, never letting our hands break apart. I will say that was kind of a good moment. What other mods have you played? It's a good question. I have played mostly things surrounding Yuri since she's my favorite. So think of Falling Angel, think of Outcast. Then we got some general ones like Fruits of the Literature Club, Salvation, Our Time, Summertime. What else is in that folder? There's some other things in that folder. But yeah, that's like the ones that I can still think of that I played. I'm sure there's some other ones. And I kind of want to revisit those too because it has been a while. And I could just, play them casually on here. Which I like, which I enjoy. Yeah, are you familiar with any others, Cole? My eyes painfully opened themselves up to the sound of my alarm. Damn. I dejectedly removed my blanket and walked downstairs to get ready. I'm gonna feel the same in a couple hours, 5:15 a.m. to wake up to get to work.
Every single moment I do feels like an absolute slog. But as tired as I am, last night was kind of worth it. I'll walk into the bathroom and try and wake myself up a bit before making some breakfast and heading outside. Yaro! I walk outside and I'm met with the hellish rays of sun, almost as if it decided today would be the day it would shine the brightest just to spite me. I trudge over to where I usually meet Suri. Didn't even know people trudged. Surprisingly, Suri is already there waiting for me. She looks just as tired as I am. I make my presence known by yawning loudly and wishing Suri a good morning. If it was a good morning, I'd be sleeping. Ugh. Why did we stay up that late? It was still pretty nice though. Suri's carrying a large cup, which probably has coffee. Hey, is that coffee? Yeah, want some? Hell yeah, give me that. Take a few sips of Suri's coffee, not really minding that heat too much. Oh yeah, that'll wake us both up. I sure hope so. My eyes are so heavy. All right, I'll help you walk to school. Watch out, everyone. Blind lady coming through. Step aside. You're so funny. I try. All right, here we are. Boy, that coffee ended up helping, huh? It really did. Maybe a little too well. I feel super jittery and jumpy. Hey, wait, if you don't mind me asking, are you able to take the coffee with your... Oh my god, buddy. Have you played the Christmas time mod? I haven't, no. I haven't really played, like, holiday-specific mods. So, no. God damn it, dude. Stop! It should be fine. I don't think anything bad can happen. Didn't drink too much anyway. You drank most of it. That's true. Speaking of that, you remember to bring them with you. She reaches into her bag and shakily out the pill bottle. All right, good. If you feel sick or anything, just go straight to the nurse and text me, okay? Of course. See you at lunch. Siri walks into class and I head towards my own. Did we forget the promise about not making it such a big deal? God damn. And this guy was the one who led the revolution. Okay, got it. Place my pencil down and lay back in my seat. The teacher just told us to take notes of the specific chapter, and once we're done, we could just chill out and relax. I love days like these. Shortly after finishing, though, I get the urge to use the bathroom. I raise my hand and points toward the door, to which the teacher simply nods and continues doing whatever it is she is doing. As I let the door close behind me and make my way to the restroom. Natsuki? Natsuki's voice is very faint in distance, but I know her voice anywhere. Get a bit closer and begin to hear her conversation. No. I said no already. Can you just listen to me for once? Yikes. Sounds like she's on the phone with someone and it isn't going well either. I get it, jeez. Yeah, bye. Shoot, that was real quick. I quickly turn around and try to scurry off to the bathroom. Bob, what are you doing here? Slowly turn around and act surprised. Oh, hey, just heading out a little bit. Bathroom. Right. How much did that you hear? How much of what did I hear? What? Not what? Don't play dumb. I'm speaking pretty loudly. You're literally right there. Don't lie to me. I'm not upset at you. Just want to know. You seem pretty upset to me. Because you keep acting like an idiot. Sorry, I didn't mean that. Could you please tell me? I heard some of that phone call, but I don't really know what it's about. You just sounded upset. Ugh. Yeah. Just family stuff, right? Not really anything you're supposed to know about. I gotcha, no worries. Thanks, Bob. Appreciate it for not making a fuss over it. Of course. I don't really have any reason to do that. Hey, will you be joining us for lunch today? Sure. I'll ask Yuri if she'd like to tag along as well. Awesome. See you then. Natsuki waves and walks back towards her class. I don't really remember if Natsuki ever mentioned anything about family troubles. Well, other than her dad being strict anyway. But, as I said, not my concern. Crap, I still really have to pee. Did you really just time out a VIP? Yes. Because he had a different opinion other than mine. Opinions like that will not be tolerated in this dojo. Still one of our funniest bits. Okay, so get this. I'm taking this online personality quiz on like which superhero I'd be, whatever, and then I get this stupid ad on my screen that showed me a product that I just searched for 30 minutes before. What? No way. What was the product? Oh, just some baking equipment, nothing out of the ordinary. But I'm telling you guys, our phones are spying on us.
Well, unless it's a bunch of memes and manga that they're after, I don't think you'd have anything worth spying on. Sorry, that was rude, wasn't it?
Before Natsuki could retort, she suddenly stops and looks across the cafeteria. look in the direction she's looking at, and see the other friend group leaving the room. Hey, I'll see you guys around. I have to go do something with these guys real quick. Natsuki gets up, but is quickly stopped by Yuri grabbing onto her sleeve. Hey, let me go. I just want to talk to him.
Natsuki, please, sit down.
Why, you... Natsuki sits down without another word, looking a bit flustered. Yuri and I share concerned glances.
I'm sorry.
What for? Should actually thank you. What it was just to go back there, then just like that. How weak am I, huh?
You're not weak. You're trying your best. Nobody expects you to get through this one day.
She's right, Natsuki. These things take time. You're already doing a lot by trying. And don't forget, we all have your back. Yuri and Yuri give Natsuki warm smiles. Me too, even if I really don't know how to contribute.
I understand that, but sometimes you just being here for your friend is all you really need to do. No words necessary.
Thanks, guys.
So, how about we continue your stories,
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you guys about the scalpers. They are the worst. Natsuki continues talking about her stories and other various hijinks. As I look towards the cafeteria exit, Natsuki's other friends are long gone. I never seem to look back. Not even once. Because Pokemon is greater than Die? No, because Pokemon is better than DDLC. Nothing is better than DDLC. Just get that into your head and you'll be fine along these parts, alright? Just don't speak your opinion about this game unless you are praising it. Anyway, hierarchy aside. Oh, excuse me. Rest of the day goes by normally. Classes are chill, not a crazy amount of homework for the weekend. It's looking like I finally have a bit of free time. Suri and I walk into the club room and place our bags on the floor. We're early. What's with all these books? Are you being serious right now? What? You're asking why there's a bunch of books in a literature club? Yeah, I was just totally pulling your leg there. I wasn't. Admittedly, there are definitely more books. There are more than enough books for the 5 of us here. Around 10 or so books laid neatly organized in front of the desk, and a few more are resting in the desk in front.
Hey guys, hope you've been having a wonderful day so far.
Yeah, it's been going okay. Were you the one who placed all these books here?
Oh yes, I wanted to do something actually literature related for once. What about the idea I just told you about last week? Oh, that? It was good, but I think I'd rather do something that actually relates to literature. We are a literature club after all. Right. By the way, is there anything, and I mean absolutely anything that I can do to make it be a better club president?
Monika seems uncharacteristically erratic. Not really. Kind of a loaded question. I don't think any of us consider you be a bad club president.
Bob's right, you're a great club president. If that were true.
Well, look who finally showed up early.
Hello, everyone. Hey, Natsuki. Hey, Yuri. Trying to be a little more punctual, honestly. It's not a good look that if I'm late to my own club all the time.
I think Monika has figured out that she's on a timer. I hope that's not the case, because that would be a travesty. No one could know. No one would be able to understand in such a period of time. This is getting interesting. Mario Kart graded in the DLC? No game. But you are exempt from this. I only made a statement out of Nez just because it's funny to fuck around with. But you have other responsibilities to take care of. You shouldn't push yourself either.
I know. You guys just don't really get it. I have to do the best I can. Why don't I explain all these books on the desk behind me? Oh, yes. I'm quite curious about these. You have a very wonderful selection. Thanks. I wanted for us to all choose at least one book to read together, and then we can talk about our thoughts and opinions on it as we go along. The hardest part is agreeing on which book to go with. The 5 of us look at the array of books that Monika's provided. There's lots of genres presented here. There's even some manga, surprisingly enough. Well, I already know which I'm going to choose. Ah, Natsuki, that reminds me.
What's up?
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out the manga that Natsuki gave her a few days ago. In between the pages are purple bookmarks, keeping track of where she left off. I'm not finished with this volume yet, but I'm actually enjoying it quite a lot, more than I expected myself to. Admittedly, I've only ever read it after reading a very intense novel, so it served as a very nice palate cleanser. That way I'm not too hung up on anything too intense. Just thought I'd let you know.
Well, I'm glad you found something in it to enjoy. That makes me happy.
Wonderful. Glad to see you two agreeing on something. Monika's eyes seem to twitch. What the fuck? Why? So, let's all choose something we can all read and discuss. We'll take a moment to look at the books available, manga included. I'm already somewhat familiar with the manga. It's about these two girls who travel a post-apocalyptic world together. That's the... Oh, what? I don't remember what it's called, but I know of it. I believe Natsuki already owns one of the volumes, so that could be interesting. One of the novels that looked interesting was a non-fiction novel entitled Unbroken. Story about a World War II soldier captured and held prisoner by Imperial Japan. It's an interesting choice considering this type of history is not really talked about here. I wonder why Monika chose this. Another is a novel called The Great Expectations, which Yuri takes interest in. She also sees to be eyeballing a novel titled Grendel. After reading through the synopsis of some of these books, a clear theme seems to be present. Each one involves a journey of a character, whether good or bad, and dives into the experience that they go through. What about this one? It's not too long, it seems rather interesting. Yuri shows up a book titled Truman's Story. What's it about? It's about a man who lives a pretty normal life until he finds he's in a TV show. Interesting. Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yeah, that sounds alright. We can go with this one then.
Awesome. I'll get 4 copies over the weekend and bring them over so we can start next week. It should be fun. By the way, Yuri, Natsuki, do you have any ideas on how I could be a better club president?
Yuri and Natsuki both give Monika a confused stare. Not really. Yuri?
I don't really know myself.
Monika stays silent. Well, what now?
Oh, sorry. Let's call it for today. But first, here's my writing tip for today. Sometimes you may find yourself wondering why you're doing whatever it is you're doing, whether it is writing poems, reading a book, hanging out with friends, anything. It can be easy to turn these thoughts into negative ones, like wondering why any of these matters and all that. So it's important to recognize these feelings when they come. That way you can turn them into positive thoughts like, excuse me, I'm sorry, everyone.
What the? Should we go after her? We can all try together. Nah, that'd be a bad idea.
Maybe she wants to be left alone. Trust me, I would know.
Shuri stays quiet. Remembering what she told me last night, I'm slightly surprised that she hasn't taken the initiative here. Shuri? Should I have to go find her together? She shakes her head. We should leave her be for now. It's clear she wanted to be left alone. Even though sometimes it can be hard to understand since we'd normally like to be there for our friends.
But space is important. I'm sure everyone here can agree with that. We all nod in response. Let's call it a day. I'm pretty sure everything will be back to normal once we all come back next week. But let's at least text her that we're all leaving, so she's just informed.
Okay then. Also, if you'd like to hang out over the weekend, just hit me up anytime. Could use an excuse to get out of the house every now and then.
I'm always free. It would be fun to hang out with you.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
That's the wrong voice. My bad. Guess I'll be left out once again.
Don't be silly. We can hang out anytime you'd like. It's just a short walk away anyway. I guess that's true.
Hope see you all in a week then. Natsuki and Yuri wave the both of us goodbye and leave us the room.
Hey, you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm going to write a short note for Monika. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. Take your time.
It's a little funny. Monika asking how to be a better president is much like her old self.
Her old self?
Yeah, she wasn't very confident in the beginning, always running things by me and stuff. But all of that eventually changed. Sayori walks over to her bag, takes out a pen and paper, and sits herself down at one of the desks. As I watch her write, I can see her sticking out her tongue ever so slightly, showing that she's now incredibly focused on writing. In fact, tiny little details about how she writes are now starting to become more apparent to me. They never have before. The way she holds her pen is incorrect, but she's managing anyway. It's these details that are making me realize how much I'm starting to actually admire Sayori. Why wasn't I able to see these things about her before? The only logical explanation is that my feelings for her have never really gone away. In fact, I think they've only gotten stronger. Alright, I'm finished. She gets up from the desk, rereads her notes, and then places it on the desk in front of the room. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Awesome. What'd you write for her?
Just some small stuff only her and I would really understand. Sorry for not being able to tell you.
See, no worry.
All girls have their secrets with each other, after all. True, I've said so many things about you to the others.
What?
Kidding. Or am I?
All right, you dork. Let's get going.
Oh, would you like to stay over at my place tonight?
It's
been a while, and I thought it could be fun.
Feel my face turn red, which is strange because I already slept over at Siri's place for an entire week just a month ago. Sure, I'd love to.
Great. It should help take my mind off things too.
Of course, let's get going then. It's what time I've showed you my cooking skills.
Shakily wave my hands in the air. And this reset thing isn't slowing down. I don't know what to do anymore. I've tried being a good club president, tried playing the role I was supposed to play from the start. I don't know what else this place wants from me. I'm just doomed to suffer this fate now. I sigh and slowly walk back to the club room.
We're gonna see the note. I'm gonna see the note.
I look around at my surroundings, look at my phone and see a text from everyone. They're all telling me they have left home.
They have left home? Or left for home?
Figures. That wasn't even worth checking on anyway. Not with how I've treated them in the past. The only good part about all of this is that I'm no longer able to see any of the code that tells me I'm entering in your room. Everything happens as smoothly as you'd expect it to. It's almost like this game is trying to correct its mistakes. And that mistake is me. I chuckle to myself. If only I had known this sooner, I would have just deleted everyone from the start. That way, I could have spent a bit more time with you. I don't really remember if you can hear me anymore. Can you? Can you hear me? You're still here. I know you are. I just have to find a way to prove that to myself, because I lost the ability to do that a long time ago. Walk over to the desk and begin picking up all the books. Carry a few of them at a time to the closet, organizing them neatly and making sure I do not drop any of the ones already on the shelf. Even Natsuki's manga I dare not mess with. That would bother her. I don't want that. I clear out all the books and grab the one that the others decided on. But as I do so, I catch something on the desk in front. A note from Sayori? To Monika. I've been wanting to talk to you for a while already. I know what you told me before, the weekend before the festival. Still don't know if you really meant all the things you said that day, but I wanted to talk to you in person. I really miss the friendship we used to have. It's been really hard to try and find the time to talk things out with you, because I don't know if you hate me or not. My brain always tells me you do, but then I remember how good of a friend you are to me. You always listened, you were always there for me before anyone else was, but even back then I knew something was bothering you. I'd like to get the chance to finally know what that is, and I really like the chance to try and be friends again. I'm just a phone call away. Sayori. Oh. Sayori. Look over to the note one more time before crushing it in my hands and tossing it into the trash nearby. Wipe away the tears that roll down my cheek and regain my composure. I don't want to give in. I can't quit. I can't quit on you. I look back down at the trash can. The tears start forming in my eyes again as I look at the crumpled note. Ugh. No. Quickly drop down and pick it back up, uncrumple it and hold it close to my chest. God, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't. Slowly lay myself down on the floor, still hugging tightly to Sayori's note. After everything I tried doing to you, how can you still care about me? After a few minutes, I pick myself back up and reread the note, carefully fold it and place it into my school bag. After fully regaining my composure, I can think a bit clearly now. This is a bridge I don't want to burn. Because if she still feels that way after everything I've tried doing, there's a chance that our friendship could be the key to stopping this reset. It has to work. Throw my bag over my shoulder and head out the door. And maybe I want to... be friends again? I don't know. I'll lay out a few board games and other fun little games I had laying around on the table. Alright, this should be a fun night. We got Monopoly, Trouble, and Uno. I also got some Super Swampy Bros used up for video games as well. No, we're not calling it Super Swampy Bros. We aren't. No. Back up all the stuff in my backpack and put it over my shoulders. Thunder seems to echo in the distance. Should probably hurry up. I don't want to get caught in the rain. Knock on Siri's door and wait for her to answer. Who is it? The biggest criminal mastermind that has ever graced the face of the planet. This thing is gonna turn off. Are you going to kidnap me? Nope, this is a break-in. No, Siri almost never locks the door. I decide to open it and let myself in. Shiori leads me to her bedroom and closes the door behind her. Sorry about the messy room. It can be hard to find motivation to clean up sometimes. Hey, don't worry about it. I really don't mind at all. So what do you want to do? Shiori looks down at me with anticipation. Oh, right. I remove my backpack and place it on the floor. Check this out. I open up the bag and reveal all of the games I brought with me. Whoa, you brought all that? Yep. I was a bit indecisive, so I just brought everything that I thought it could be fun. Let's play Uno. I used to be amazing at Uno. I mean, Uno doesn't really require much skill. Yeah, it does. You have to strategize and anticipate your opponent's moves. You used to win basically all the time. Yeah, maybe because people were letting you win. That's not true. I'm just messing with you. I'm sure you did great. Let's go ahead and prove that by actually playing, huh? You're on. Our game of Uno lasts for a while. Sure enough, Shiori ended up being quite the formidable opponent. I have no idea how, but she's always had a card she needed. Told you I was really good. I was going to ease on you. Whatever helps you feel better about that crushing defeat. All right. I've got to use the bathroom now. You mind if I use yours? Of course. Su casa es mi casa. Oh, I think I said that wrong. I leave Shiori's bedroom and make my way downstairs towards the bathroom. Thunder echoes in the distance again, which probably means the storm is now on its way. Hopefully we don't lose power. Walk into the bathroom and do my thing. Nice bathroom. As I finish up, something particular catches my eye. On the floor beside the toilet I see... What the hell? It's an empty medicine bottle. I lift up the bottle from the floor, and to my dismay... It's hers. Oh god, it's hers. Overdose is a word that immediately springs to mind. Can you even overdose on these? I don't know. No, she wouldn't take them. She couldn't have. Why else would she have invited me over today? But then what's up with this? Guess there's really no other way for me to find out unless I ask. Rush out of the bathroom and head back upstairs trying to remain as calm as possible. Guess you just ask, I found this bottle, what do you want me to do with it? Period. You don't make a big deal out of it. Before entering, I hide the bottle in my pocket and take a deep breath. Hey. What's wrong? Was my bathroom not clean enough or something? No, it wasn't that. Scan Shiori from top to bottom, checking for any signs that something could be off. Let's continue. You just stop everything and call the emergency services? But then what if I'm wrong? Can I ask you something? Oh, sure, what's up? You're taking your pills, right? Same time every day? Yep. Hey, you haven't forgotten our promise, have you? Not another words, I reach into my pocket. It's this I found in the bathroom then. You showed me the same bottle this morning. I already finished taking them. I'm supposed to pick up my next refill tomorrow. No, I don't think that's true. There's way too many pills in there. Did you really think I'd fall for that? Maybe you would have if you stopped asking me about my stupid pills all the time. Sayori, just want to know what you did with them. Why can't you just tell me that? Why do you keep pushing that you should know about all this? Do you take all of them at once? What? Why would you even assume I would do that? Oh, I know why. I ignore what Shiori's getting at. So what the hell do you do with them? Flush them down the toilet? Shiori? I feel my confusion turn into annoyance. You have any idea how concerning this actually is? Come on, answer me. My annoyance turns into anger. Oh my god, please just take a chill pill. No pun intended. If you don't answer me, I'm going to... I threw them. I blink a few times. Huh? You want to repeat that for me? A little louder this time. I didn't quite catch that. I threw them all away. Flushed them down the toilet just before you came over. Happy now? Happy? How am I supposed to be happy after hearing something like that? What about the ones you took yesterday or the day before? I thought I saw you... I vomited them out. Stumble on my words after hearing that. Are you kidding me? Why would you do that? You not want to get better or something? How can you say that to me? Well, what the hell have you been doing throwing away the only thing that's supposed to help you? Did you really think that those stupid pills were the only ones that could make me feel better? Yeah? What else could it be for? Then you really don't understand. Ugh, this again. I don't really know what else I'm supposed to... I don't really know how else I'm supposed to get through to you. I'm always trying to understand you. You're just too stuck in your own head to see it. Do you think I want to be stuck in my own head? How can you even say that? You're always telling me things that I just don't really feel like hearing because I try to listen and take your advice because I trust you. But I think you're showing me how much you've been really feeling this entire time. You let yourself go because of me, and you kept lying about it. All your grades went down all because of me. Even though you promised you'd take care of yourself and not worry too much about me too much.
Shouldn't that be proof that I actually care and understand you then?
No, because why would I want to hurt yourself?
Excuse me, my dyslexia moment.
No, because why would I want you to hurt yourself for my sake? Please, you don't really know me. I can handle myself. You broke our pinky promise.
What?
You promised me. Promised me you wouldn't do this.
What are you talking about?
See, this is what I mean. You never explain yourself to me. God, you could be such a pain. I stopped myself. Even in my anger, I can't bring myself to say, what? What were you going to say? Look, you were going to say I'm a pain to deal with, weren't you? Don't put words into my mouth. You don't know me. You're right. Guess I really don't. Same way you don't know me.
Come on, you don't really believe that.
I don't want to. But all this is starting to prove something. You were never there for me because you actually cared. You just feel guilty. And that's my fault.
You're saying that to me now after everything I've said and done for you?
You don't get it. You're always telling me things that don't help. You just make me feel worse.
How was I supposed to know if they did or didn't help? You never fucking talk to me.
And you never keep your promises. Haven't I already explained this to you? I'm afraid that you don't really care about me. How can you still be afraid after all this time? And you go back and forth between wanting me to care and not wanting me to care? It's annoying.
So which is it, Sayori?
I don't know. Just stop already.
So you don't want help? Because that's really what all of this is looking like right now. Absolutely nothing has changed. It's always been the same crap.
Get out, Bob.
It's like I barely even know you, Sayori. You don't even know me. You said that yourself. You didn't make any progress on this, and I think that's on you. Not putting any effort to get better. God fucking damn it. Okay. You never say this under any circumstances. I don't care how angry you get. Wave the bottle in the air. This proves it. I said get out. You know I'm not going to do that. She inches closer to me. And everything I feared is coming true. What are you talking about?
This is all a big burden on you. I've put this all on you. God, how selfish is that? Sayori, I wanted to believe it. I really did. But it's just not true. How can it be? Of course you'd still be here. Nobody would want the guilt of suicide on their shoulders.
I don't know how to prove it to you anymore. I've tried everything. Just feel like you don't want to listen.
Well, I'll do us both a favor. Make both of our lives easier.
Sayori reaches down, grabs my bag, and hands it to me.
I'd like for you to leave. Sayori, please, I'm begging you now. Don't make this harder than it needs to be. You've already proven everything to me. There's nothing to worry about anymore.
She places her hand on my chest and begins pushing me out of the door.
No, wait, Sayori, don't do this, please.
She only smiles and starts pushing harder. I have no choice but to leave her room. She closes her door and shuts, and I'm left standing right in front of it, feeling completely and totally defeated. Sayori, please don't shut me out. I want to try again. I want to work through this, because I stopped myself. Fear of her making another attempt at her own life is starting to take over again. That's exactly the problem. Those assumptions are what caused all of this. I look down at her empty bottle. I angrily throw it across the room and hit a wall, making a noise that echoes throughout the house. Sayori doesn't respond, and I have no idea what to do. I decide to let myself out, because after all this, I have to trust her. I have to trust that she won't do anything to hurt herself. Even though at this point in time, every single inch of my body is telling me to stay here.
Bob?
My heart skips a beat. What?
I'll be fine. I'm not going to do anything dumb. But I would like for you to leave.
Okay. Without another word, I walk downstairs and leave through the front door. Sit down on our porch and watch the storm clouds roll in. Well, that's just perfect, isn't it? Let out a sigh and the rain starts pouring heavily.
Thinking back to what Siri said, but I don't really know her and that she doesn't really know me. That's not true, is it? I mean, we're best friends. Guess we were best friends. God. Oh, if this really is my fault then. Probably done nothing but make Siri's life worse by just being around. And she's probably right. Been handling all this very poorly. Was I supposed to give her space or something? What the hell was I supposed to do? I wanted to show I cared about her. She still has doubts? And I blamed her for that. God, what's wrong with me? Yes. I'll look back towards her front door. I wonder what she's thinking right now. There still has to be something I can do. I can't just sit here and do nothing. I've got two choices. Walk back inside and just invite myself to sleep on her couch, which only seems unbearable, rude, and kind of creepy, or just walk back home in the pouring rain and feel like garbage the whole way through. I hate both of these ideas. I'd better just head home then. Pull out my phone and check who it is. Oh, it's Yuri. Hello?
Hello, Bob. Sorry for calling you so late.
No worries, what's up?
Just a bit bored. Guess I wanted to ask if I could join you and Sayori in your little hangout.
Ah, I see. We're, kind of settling down now.
Ah, unfortunate. Oh, well, I should probably leave you two to it then.
Wait. That isn't the truth exactly. Can I call you back in like 5 minutes?
Oh, sure. No, I don't mind.
I promptly hang up the phone and prepare myself to run through the rain. If it's 5 minutes, I'll be fine. I quickly run indoors and shut the doors behind me. I immediately take off my shirt and rush to the bathroom to get a towel and a fresh change of clothes. Now that I'm completely dried off, I lay myself down on the bed and sigh. Better call Yuri back.
Hello, Bob?
Hey, Yuri. Sorry about that. I just had to get back home.
Oh, I thought you were with Sayori tonight.
Yeah, about that. Imagine like the worst case scenario happening and multiply it by 5.
You and I have very different definitions of worst case scenarios.
Okay, never mind that. Siri and I... Pause for a moment. How do I word this? Still no Simulai SMH. Shut up. Well, you already are aware that Siri takes medicine for depression, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had a pretty nasty fight about that. Her bottle was empty. It shouldn't have been. By the way, please keep this a secret.
Of course.
Start reflecting on the things I said to Siri, and a huge weight of regret starts overtaking me. I honestly don't know if I should be telling you this. Remember what we talked about last week? Basically that, but in argument form, I guess?
Sorry, Bob, I don't really know what to say if I don't know the full details. But I'd like to help in any way I can.
I chuckle a bit. It's okay. My main concern is now final, this all seemed. She kicked me out of the house. Made it seem like that was kind of the end of our friendship completely. It would be easy to say that was the depression talking, right? Or maybe it should have been more calm about it. Just got so frustrated. I hate seeing Shiori like this. I hate seeing her do this to herself. It's horrible. Maybe more than anything, I hate myself for loving her.
It's nice to hear you admit that, even if it's something I've known for a very long time now.
Yeah, I didn't mean to let that slip. I don't know how she feels about me anymore.
Sorry to hear you feel that way. You're not giving up on her, are you?
I don't know. It's not right for me to be feeling this frustrated with her all the time. If it's not frustration, it's fear and anxiety. I don't think anybody can understand how terrifying that night was.
Hey, you don't have to relive that. I understand. Unless you want to talk about it?
I'd like to try and finally get it off my chest.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Take a deep breath. You'd think that this would be all a blur by now, but I remember. Clear as crystal. Never talk about it, still get images of the night in my head. I remember being in her house and thinking that I was stupid for breaking into her home. But I hear a loud bang from my stairs, rush up, open her door, and the words refused to escape my mouth. My heart sank when I saw her. I remember feeling completely immobilized, just stood there for what felt like ages. But I know that it can't be true because she's still here with us today. Her body moved on its own. I grabbed her by the legs, lifted her up, my mind absolutely racing, but only one thought kept ringing through. Liv. Kept calling to her, saying her name, shouting it. Couldn't even hear my damn voice. God, the faces she made. She kept clawing at her throat, throwing blood all over the floor. Her desperate attempts to escape were exemplified by her willingness to completely tear her own fingers apart. Her frenzied convulsions, and the sounds. I can never forget the sounds. Desperate gasping for air, the choking. My own panicked breaths started to mesh with her awful coughs and gasps for breath. Couldn't help but just scream and yell and try and drown it out. But I wasn't loud enough. Felt like I was muffled, suffocating under the weight of seeing my best friend like this. It was torture, with every second feeling like a damn eternity. I must have called the medical services at some point, but I can't remember much of what happened while I was carrying her. Swirls of color, red and blue uniforms rushing to her aid. The ambulance had made it on time. Should have felt relief, but I couldn't feel a thing. That's when I realized my heart didn't just sink the moment I saw her. It drowned. Maybe even at this moment, it still's there. I felt a heavy weight in my chest, the weight of everything I've seen and been through treating to crush me. But it feels a bit lighter. It was awful, Yuri. It was awful. My rambling, I never realized the tears welling in my eyes. I quickly wiped them away and sigh. Still there. Sorry for rambling like that. Never really gotten the chance to talk. I never got the chance to let things out like this. I'm here. I just don't really know what to say. It's okay. I don't really expect you to say anything after that. I feel my heart beating like crazy. Can't say I know how you feel, because I don't. It would be disrespectful for me to say otherwise. Instead, and tell you what I feel your pain. Can't imagine, and I can't even imagine how much it hurts. But if you ever need someone to lend an ear, someone to lean up against, I'll be here. Tears form again in my eyes. Thank you. It's a very long moment of silence between us. Can I ask you a personal question? Sure. Do you really love her? What? Sorry, you don't have to answer that. No, it's fine. I just wasn't really expecting it. Think back to the day I confessed to her. She had just confessed her depression to me. At the time, I guess that was just my initial reaction. Maybe some desperate attempt to get her to feel better. But I don't know. Guess that really just proves how little I understand all of this. I really thought that my love would have been enough to keep her around. I don't really know, Yuri. What does it mean to be in love anyway? I never felt love either. I can really go based off of novels I've read. The general consensus seems to be that love is not just a feeling, it's an action. You ever find yourself going out of your way for her? Yeah, it came up during our argument too. Really? Did she react negatively? Yeah, pretty much. Huh. I see. I guess I just feel like I really want to protect her, even if that bothers her. Which is why being in love with her has started to really feel like a chore. I hate admitting that, but it just sounds so awful to say. I don't really know what to say about that. I think your best course is to now maybe try and rekindle your friendship. That's what matters most here, right? Yeah. Take my advice with a grain of salt, please. Give her at least a day to cool off and have some space and time for herself. Take care of yourself, too. You can't be there for Siri if you aren't there for yourself. Right, I guess that's one of those easier things, one of those easier said than done things, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I'll try to do that. I'm just scared she's never going to talk to me again. I think she will. You're her best friend. She always talks about you when you're not there in the club or away from the lunch table. Don't tell her I told you. Yeah, I wouldn't do that to you. Oh, it's pretty late now. Think I should maybe shoot Sierra a good night text or something? If you'd like. Seems harmless to me. You should show her that you still care and that you don't want to give up. Gotcha. Hey, Yuri. Thanks for hearing me out. Your phone call came at a perfect time. I'm not the best at giving advice, but I'm always here to listen. You have a good night, Bob. You too. Thanks again. I hang up the phone and lay on my back. Go to my messages and tap on Siri's contacts. Wait a few moments before slowly typing out "Good night, Siri," but I don't hit send yet. Loud out of sigh as tears start forming in my eyes again. Good night, Siri. Damn.
End of Act 2? How many acts are there? Okay. Reality distorts. We're back at the fucked shit. I glimpse at the fractal cosmos beyond the veil. My emotions unraveling in fragments, torn between chaos and clarity. Reality distorts. Is this awakening? Or am I drowning in the abyss of my own making? Or my own making? My pain translates into language. Language I've yet to understand. 1 zeros, 1 zeros. Is this her waking up to the epiphany? Something? Starting kids with Rocket League, Rocket Racing Fortnite finally get the fucking silver. That's getting many first places in a row. Congratulations. I'm proud of you. Another day passes in a flash. More and more strange visions are appearing. The first 2 days were tolerable, but today is when things start to get worse. Every time I enter a room, lines of text flash before my eyes. Every time I sit myself down in class, it never fills up. It's completely empty. School is completely empty. Not a single soul is present here. It's making me lose my mind. A few days ago, I met a girl named Sayori. Oh, there's a flashback! I know almost everything about her, despite only knowing her for such a short amount of time. Right down to the outfit she wears, the food she prefers, and worst of all, her depression. There are 3 others, a girl named Yuri, a girl named Netsuki, and a boy named... shit! Cover my mouth subconsciously, not really used to swearing. Don't know who this boy is. Sayori seemed to mention a friend of hers the other day. Is that who she's talking about? I don't really think that I can see that far into the future, I guess. I don't really have the right idea of what abilities I have now. I know I'm somewhat omnipotent. It didn't take much to figure that out. First few days weren't bad. I was able to maintain my composure and focus on the club. Sayori and I discussed ideas on how to recruit new members. But it was after that I realized that there are only 3 other members to recruit in the first place. It's such perfect timing for me, isn't it? The moment I get an opportunity to make a club exactly how I envisioned it, this happens. Holy shit. Stop! I cry out in pain. My voice echoes in the empty hallways of the school. Despite knowing nobody can hear me, I still try looking around, hoping someone would pop out of around the corner. Sayori? Where are you? As I reach for the club door, I notice I'm already in it basically instantly. I need to see another face. Sayori, please show up. God, how selfish is that? She has depression. I know she does. Yet I'm still letting myself be comforted by her for my own selfish needs. It's not fair to her. The club room door slides open and Sayori walks into her usual smile. Quickly stand up straight and regain my composure. Hey, Monika. Sorry I'm late again. It's okay. Welcome back. Nervously scratch my head. Trying to hide how happy I am to see another face is getting pretty difficult to do. Hey, is everything okay? You seem a bit stressed. Is getting new members still stressing you out? No, without thinking, I quickly wrap my arms around Sayori and try to hold her I can't feel her. Can't feel her body touching mine. Completely distraught, I slowly let go and move back. I guess you needed a hug today too, huh? I stay silent. Try to at least give her a smile, but I'm struggling to process what I just experienced right now. There's no way she isn't... No, she's real. She's right here. I'm sorry. I'm a horrible friend. What? What are you talking about? You're an amazing friend. I shake my head. How can I be? Do you... I stop myself. Do I what? I lift up my hand and slowly press it against her cheek. Monika? Do you feel my hand? Yes? What's this about? Are you okay? I shake my head once again as I remove my hand. I couldn't feel her. It's nothing. I was just checking something. Sayori looks around the room and spots her folder on my desk from the day prior. Never opened it, not even once. Never had to. I left my folder here. Is that what this is about? Struggle to come up with a proper response. Wasn't ready to share those. Hey, I wanted to let you know that I'm here for you. This won't change anything. I'm still your friend. And you're my vice president. I want us to keep working together on this club. Not just for my sake, for the both of us. I believe that we can truly make this club special for everyone in it. I don't want you to worry about me. That's the last thing I want.
Lines of text begin flying around me, making it incredibly hard to concentrate. But I stay focused. That's not what I meant. This is about the club. I understand if you don't want to share anything now, but it's the literature club. I struggle to hide the pain in my face, but I hold strong. This is a place where people will be able to express themselves in ways they normally wouldn't be able to. That's the vision. No, that's our vision. So, Sayori, promise me you will remember that, okay? She smiles, and I can't help but return that smile. Sayori, I hope that one day you'll trust me. So much for all that, huh? Never wanted to believe it, but as soon as we hugged, deep down I already knew. You were just as fake as everything else around me. I wonder, if I had truly become aware of this world, this game, where would we be today? Doesn't do me any good to think about that right now, but I have to keep moving forward. Happy end, my new reality. Well, seeing as happy end, this should be the last act, so we're now 66% way done. Well now,